happen?
This video contains gratuitous use of profanity
and uncomfortable pauses to compensate for lack of professionalism and original thought.
Viewer discretion advised.
Oh shit! Mud shark? You're not a mud shark. You're barely even a fish.
This is a Pink Podcast.
This is fucked up.
Win by 2, they're actually a podcast out of Philadelphia.
Who knows Win by 2 radio?
Where's John Di Caprio? Did he ask about me?
Fuck Carl! He's effectively done in this business. Fun of the podcast, catching people like Dr. Mingo.
So I'm a dumb guy.
I'm hoping John Di Caprio is, but...
Take your fucking ball off, Barry!
Like, let me guess, does he attack everyone?
I'm gonna be yelling at him the whole time tonight. Your show sucks!
Let's do it, finally! It's happening! Yes! 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 Just like that, we are back! Better than ever before. Thank you, thank you. You may be seated. Hey, you over there! Sit down, sit down. Thank you, you're far too kind. How's everyone doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo! You know, it finally worked. After 10 episodes here, back to back here at Studio K, we finally figured out the good transitions. It's doing podcasts and radio, it's all about the transitions and the transgenders. Just ask Jim Norton. I'm just kidding, but seriously, how's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's having a spectacular Monday. Is that what today's date is? Monday, May the 5th? I don't even know. I feel cultured today. I feel very Mexican. My Mexican roots are set to really take hold here. Hopefully everyone's drinking. I am. Got a little mix. A little vodka, a little lemonade, a little Mio in the lemonade, a little water, a little mixture. Stir that bitch up. Might get myself some tacos later. But, why talk about later? Later's not here. We're talking about now. We're talking about right now. There's so much to dive into today, which I'm very excited for. Might be relatively a shorter show. The last show here from Studio K. For a little bit. We'll be back I think, at home base this week, Wednesday. So you're not going to want to miss that. But welcome in, nonetheless. Hopefully everyone is doing just as good as I am. I feel great today. I got one of those vitamin drips, and right before the show, and I think it's hitting me full force right now. I feel spectacular. So hopefully you do too. I saw somebody in the chat. Dramatic pause. Hi. I saw somebody in the chat earlier ask the question, shouldn't this show in the Paint podcast, shouldn't the theme song be Waka Flocka Flame? He go hard in the motherfucking paint, nigga. Stanky, stanky, wanky, wanky looking paint. Something like, I don't even know how the words go. We tried, actually reached out to Waka Flocka Flame when we first decided to take the name in the Paint podcast. And he denied me. He just said, no, that's ridiculous, man. What I'm talking about being hard in the paint is completely different from a little internet podcast. So we will not be allowing you to use the great song that is Hard in the Paint by Waka Flocka. I was pretty bummed. I'm not going to lie to you. I was pretty fucking saddened by that, you know. I thought me and Waka, you know, had an understanding, but I guess not. I guess fucking not. So thank you for that, Waka Flocka. Anyway, right. There's gonna be lots of stuff to get into. There's clippers who are dying now. Apparently, that's pretty sad stuff. A clipper who I've used on this show quite a lot, actually. And we're gonna get into that and who that clipper is. And this is a message to all clippers: beware. This might be the death of clipper season. So if you're a clipper out there, the Stalins, the My Lost Interests, the Alyssa Clips, the Will Harons. Who else clips? Obviously, we have So Thorough Joe Burrow, the son of one Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, Joe Burrow. It's amazing. His son, Joe Burrow's son, actually is a clipper here in this little universe. People call it the dabbleverse, hackverse, shitverse, whatever you want to call it today. It's completely up to you. So, yeah, clippers are not safe. And we lost one the other day. We're going to have a little update on who that clipper may be. And you might be next. So make sure you're doing everything to stay healthy. Make sure you're eating your spinach and your greens. And, doing your daily workout routines. Make sure you're touching grass. Remember, I think we learned on the last episode how to actually live a life outside of the internet. And that is step by step. Well, you want to get up out of your internet chair, make your way to the front door, walk your dog, touch some grass, and grab a cheeseburger. Actually, the 3 steps you're going to need to know on how to stay healthy and alive through the death of Clipper season. So, we wish all the Clippers well, obviously. We're getting a little update with that. We have just so much stuff. We have Nick Rekieta confirmed back on the sauce. It's true. It's true. We're going to listen to him try to explain himself, explain his drug-addicted syndrome, his addiction. We're going to listen to him try to explain it away. Oh, yeah, don't forget laundry. I forgot. Who the fuck said that? I'm drawing a blank right now. That's Tony Mayr. Anthony fucking Mayr. Anthony fucking, the great podcaster, Hall of Fame podcaster, that is Anthony Mayr. To live a normal life, you must do some laundry. If you're not doing laundry, you're not fucking normal. You understand me? So, anyway, yeah, so there's Nick back on the sauce, confirmed. He's actually going to show us, and he's going to be, like I said, explaining his drug addiction away. So that should be very fascinating to see. There's a couple other things as well I'd like to get into here today. We have hackamania is rapidly approaching now. I'm just So thankful that Hackamania is going to be over this week. Now, we have a PSA announcement from Patrick, the guy who's running Hackamania. You might have heard of him. And, he's put out a warning to everybody. And if you're thinking about clipping Hackamania, if you're thinking about rebroadcasting, which we are going to do 1,000%, we will be streaming. I don't know how much of it, but we will be streaming. I mean, definitely, I think Saturday is the podcasting day. We'll be rebroadcasting that in its entirety. So, but Patrick has a PSA. If you're one of these people who are thinking about clipping and rebroadcasting the Super Bowl of podcasting here in the Hackverse, known as Hackamania, well, you will be getting you will definitely be getting a copyright strike. So, Clippers again. I mean, not only are the Clippers this week fighting off trying to stay alive, but now they're trying to, just trying to make it another day without getting a copyright strike from Patrick. And Patrick also has an update as well. It's something, they have this update about Aaron, about eating cum. Now, months ago, Nick Rekieta went on This Little Piggy. It's a program once a week dedicated to Aaron's every move from that week. And Rekieta goes on the show and he alludes to Aaron possibly eating man goo. His man goo, Rekieta's man goo, possibly entered Aaron's mouth. And this obviously, there are a lot of jokes were branched off and came from this alleged behavior that Aaron indulged in, eating jizz. But Hackamania, one of the biggest things in Hackamania is going to be, we're going to hear Patrick Melton describe this coming up here today. One of the biggest things you could look forward to at Hackamania is actually proof, possible proof. The proof is in the jizz. The possible proof that actually Aaron did, in fact, eat jizz. Now, look, everyone's so excited about this. Oh, my God, we're really going to find... First of all, I'm just here to say, nothing... Okay, let's just say we found out Aaron Emholt killed a child, slit the child's throat, ripped the child's fucking head off, and punted it like a fucking football 50 yards down the field. Now, he would never be able to punt the head 50 yards. I mean, let's be real. He's not that athletic. 25 yards max. But even if that were a possibility, even if we found out that were the actual reality in the case, nothing would change. He'd still fucking be online that night. Child's head and all, punt mark in the face, black eyes and shit. He'd be on that night begging for the goal. Nothing would change. He'd be slapped on the wrist with a $50 fucking fine from the Minnesota Police Department, and everyone would move on as if whatever. The guy is Teflon. What are you gonna do? He's fucking Teflon. So this whole, we have proof of him eating jizz confirmed by Rekieta, who is back on drugs, confirmed. It just don't seem that big of a get, The get on, you would have to find out that Aaron was somehow I don't even know what he would have to be doing. I was going to say dressing up like a tranny and playing ding dong ditch, but even that, people would probably applaud him for being so fucking brave. Just look at Kanye West. People are applauding Kanye West now. And we're going to have a Kanye update. This is a big deal. The guy, Redbar, you guys might know the show, actually got a little retweet from the great Kanye for doing a Cousins style, the Cousins song that everyone heard. I think I played on the show last week a few times. A lot of people didn't like the song. A lot of people did not like the song Cousins. I'm indifferent. That's not really my cup of tea. It's a cool beat. I will say, the beat of Cousins is pretty dope, all in all, but I'm not into the whole incestual... I'm just not into that. And then wrapped up in a song. It's just, But we'll get into that. And just there's so much to do and not enough time. And then I think we're going to end today with a little mud shark talk here. Chad's been on a roll. Chad has now, I don't know what's gotten into Chad, but Chad has now entered this mindset to which he thinks everybody, from the great Michael Jordan all the way down to Tyronn Lue, all the way from the Karmic X to, Big W here in today's chat room, are trying to bite off Chad Zumock. Now, I'm just here to tell you that, couldn't be further from the truth. But, this isn't going to stop Chad. This isn't going to stop Chad. We actually have the entire Sunday Cucks, which happened yesterday, the Sunday episode that was Kumia's Cucks yesterday. And I don't even know what the episode was supposed to be about. He calls Ashley Cummimgs, which is Whitney Cummings' sister. Whitney Cummings' sister watches all this shit, which is kind of hard to believe in and of itself. But nonetheless, Chad calls her on the show yesterday. He has like a 45-minute... It wasn't a conversation. It was a flirtatious talking about how Chad basically misses L.A. and wishes he could do comedy back in L.A. All the meanwhile, mind you, his audio was just crackling. And mind you, that is what Whitney Cummings' sister Ashley was hearing on the other end. And then you sprinkle in, Chad literally throughout that phone call, we get on Chad for playing too many sound drops, too many air horns. Where is it at? In solidarity with Chad Zumock. For playing that air horn drop, way too much. I've counted once. I think he played that sound drop 237 times on one episode. And he was doing that yesterday while speaking with Whitney Cummings' sister, Ashley Cummimgs. He was playing the air horn. And I don't think Chad knew she could hear, but when you're connected to Bluetooth on a mixer, like a Rodecaster, the person on the phone, on the line, can hear all your sound drops and everything you're doing. So, this poor Ashley Cummimgs was having to hear, air horn and whiplash sounds like every fucking 10 seconds. And then Chad also brags about his Jordans. Chad, this is one of the newest things Chad's doing. He's put up a poll about what shoes he should buy. Now, we know that the Mud Shark loves to put up a poll. He loves himself a poll. Whether it be an internet poll or Nick Swartzen's poll. Am I right or am I right? And his most recent poll was, what Jordan should I buy? It's very insane to put up a poll of what shoe you should buy. I'm here to tell you. But anyway, we'll get into all that and more. We'll get into all the polls and everything else. Hopefully everyone is having a great day here today, here in today's chat room. See, Doodle says, oh, wow, thank you for the membership. I don't know who got it. Did someone gift the membership? Because if so, I didn't see. But thank you for saying thank you, Doodle. That is always appreciated. Fill up your beverages. It's going to be a doozy of a show here on today's program. And this, we're going to start off with a little some. Which I was completely unaware of this whole aspect of the dabbleverse. But, this is our great leader. Our great leader, Chrissie Mayr, I didn't know was the creator and the birther of all this shit. This chick right here on the screen. Here, let's make sure you guys can see me. God forbid. Oh, that's not what we want. We want that one. Our great leader, Chrissie Mayr, ladies and gentlemen. Courtesy of Misery Loves Clips. Oh, how could I forget Misery Loves Clips? Yeah, Misery Loves Clips, MLC Clips. You better be careful. You better be careful. Clippers are dropping like fucking flies around here. But the clip goes on to read, I created the dabbleverse. I created the Opieverse. I manifested this. As Chrissie proudly pats herself on the back and claims Opie Radio as her own lolcow. It's very cringe to call these people your own personal lolcows. Very cringe to do. But that's not going to stop Chrissie. It says, I've never seen, and this is funny, this is a little add-on by Misery Loves Clips. I've never seen a horse claim a cow. But yet here we are. All right, so let's check that. Check this out. We have Chrissie Mayr, again, our great leader and savior. Thank God. If it wasn't for Chrissie, none of this shit would ever exist. None of this podcasting, Stuttering John universe, none of Opie universe, Steel Toe universe, Onion universe, none of it. Without this bitch right here, Chrissie fucking Mayr. So again, we have to give kudos where kudos is due. Thank you. And all hail the Mayr. All hail the Mayr. That is Chrissie. Nice itch on her nose. Watch that back just because it's zoomed in and we can.
Yes, we're here to talk about my favorite internet lol cow, and that is Greg Opie Hughes. As you know, I've begun to cover Opie as he has slowly but surely joined the dabbleverse.
No, he hasn't joined the dabbleverse. I don't know what this is even. Again, these people are so retarded. They can't separate what the that would be like calling Star Wars, a part of I don't know, the Indiana Jones universe. I mean, they all are created by Disney, but they all share a different universe. You see, the dabbleverse is Stuttering John, and for you being the creator of this, shouldn't you know this? Shouldn't you have some sort of idea and grasping and understanding of what each universe is? I mean, you're the fucking the person who created this. I mean, this is to your own admittance here. But Opie hasn't joined the dabbleverse. In fact, Opie wants nothing to do with any of this, or at least that's what he says every day. While he's thanking everybody for their Facebook star contributions. Opie wants nothing to do with any of this.
Begun to cover Opie as he has slowly but surely joined the dabbleverse. I manifested this. I knew this would happen.
She knew it would happen. She was sitting there one day, right before January 6th, the great storming, and she was like, I just want to put this out into the ether. I want to manifest lolcalness from ex-radio legends. And she sat and she sat and she sat and manifested until it came true. I mean, seriously, what we're witnessing here is true power. This is true power to the likes of which no one has ever seen. I mean, not even Jesus Christ could produce such great universes, such as the dabbleverse. Shout out to Jesus.
Slowly but surely joined the dabbleverse. I manifested this. I knew this would happen. I created the dabbleverse. I created the Opieverse. I knew that.
Now, I don't even know if that's a thing. The Opieverse? I mean, okay. Well, let's let her continue.
Happen. I created the dabbleverse. I created the Opieverse. I knew that it's just like you can't pull magnets apart from each other.
Oh.
If you build it, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. You can't pull magnets away from each other if you build it. I actually don't know what you mean. Could you elaborate, please?
It's just like you can't pull magnets apart from each other if you build it. You know what I mean?
No. Good clip. Good stuff there, Chrissie. Again, our Lord and Savior, though. I mean, I don't really want to talk all that much of shit on Chrissie because, after all, without Chrissie Mayr, there'd be none of this. I would cease to exist. So thank you, Chrissie, and all that you do. We do appreciate you. Chrissie, thank you. Interesting stuff. All right, so let me give you a little update on who's actually dying here in the hackverse. And again, Misery loves clips. With the clip here, I saw this the other day on Saturday, and I almost shed a tear. Because, again, anytime I wanted, here, we'll just have to share the screen so you can see who I'm talking about here. Anytime I wanted a clip from this person being Mike Shalai, aka Mersh, anytime I wanted any sort of clip on this feller, I would go to somebody named _Mersh. I mean, his actual name wasn't _Mersh, but it was the symbol _ Mersh on YouTube. Now, allegedly, he's dead as of last Wednesday. And this is a very sad day because that means, I guess, all the good Mersh clips might come to an end. But there's a hole to be filled, all the clippers out there. Now, that's begs the question, do you want to get into the clipping mersh business? Because you see what happened. You know, underscore mersh is almost like Icarus, flew too close to the sun and is now dead. But thoughts and prayers to underscore mersh. Hopefully he's living, epically in Valhalla today on this great Cinco de Mayo, where we're all not dead. So let's enjoy a beverage on the behalf of underscore mersh. Shout out to him. And let's listen to Mersh. Let's see what he had to say about this whole thing. Because again, it would be, it's very weird. I mean, this guy like literally covered Mersh's every move. So I wonder how Mersh took it. Let's see.
Underscore mersh is supposedly dead. I said, can I help you? And he says, maybe. My brother resonated with your life and you, which is why he created all the artwork he did of you. The reason I'm reaching out is he passed away Wednesday morning, and I don't know how to connect to this community. I was hoping you could make the announcement on your show to let everybody know. I wrote back to him and said, I'd like to help you, but unfortunately you're mistaken. I didn't know your brother. He was part of an online community that hated me and went out of their way to constantly harass and disrupt my life.
So imagine you're this underscore Mersh's brother, and you're reaching out to the guy who your brother clipped every single day. And you're like, listen, man, like, I could use a lot of support right now. I just lost my bro. He OD'd on fucking ketamine and whatever, Skittles. And, I could really just, anything, words of encouragement. I don't need money or anything like that. I just, maybe, 5-minute FaceTime call. I just want to speak to the guy my brother dedicated his life to. To which Mersh said, no, fuck you. I don't give a shit that your brother died. Your brother was a part of an online community. First of all, it's very gay to use the term online community. But whatever. I can look past it. Your brother was a part of an online community that harassed me and hated me. For up to me, I'd spit on your brother's grave.
I'd like to help you, but unfortunately you're mistaken. I didn't know your brother.
So imagine getting this text message. Like you find Mersh. You have no idea what any of this is all about. You find Mersh. You're like, fuck, that's the dude. That's the dude my brother was fucking clipping. Let me reach out for some, just something. And then this is what you get in return.
I'd like to help you, but unfortunately you're mistaken. I didn't know your brother. He was part of an online community that hated me and went out of their way to constantly harass and disrupt my life.
Now, Mersh, definitely, that's exactly how he worded it too. Jesus, man.
And I went on to say, I didn't resonate with him. He hated me and shit on me for years, and I never knew the guy.
I never knew him.
Didn't know his name. Didn't know anything about him. And the guy just wrote back, sorry, wish you the best, take care, whatever. Thomas Michael.
Wow, so the guy, very upset after his brother is now dead in the ground worm food. He reaches out to Mersh, and Mersh is like, pretty much, go fuck yourself. And now he's like, sorry to bother you, Mersh. Maybe I'll ask somebody else for, a condolence. Or, I don't even know. But Mersh, wow. Wow. Talk about cold shoulder.
And the guy just wrote back, sorry, wish you the best, take care, whatever. Thomas Michael says, how do you know this isn't a troll? It might be. But again, I don't understand what the troll would be. Like, what's the scam? What's the gimmick? Who are we getting? You know what I mean? Like, how is that a troll? Like, hey, this guy that was a dick to you for years, he died.
Now, the only way it could be a troll, you could just flip it as, if you're, one of these people who clip Mersh, you might die next. Look what Mersh is doing to the clippers that clip him. So that could be an angle. But, I find that, that's a reach, if anything. Let's hear him out.
Hey, this guy that was a dick to you for years, he died. And I go, oh, okay. Sorry for your loss. Just kidding. He's not dead. Burn. I don't know.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? I don't know what the end game is. I'm only telling you the exchange I had this week. And honestly, if it is a troll, then it's a weird thing to troll about.
Pretty weird.
But I will admit, it kind of fucked me up. Kind of fucked me up a little bit. If it's real, right? Do you know how fucking sad that is?
RIP underscore mersh. Yeah, thoughts and prayers, man. Fuck. That is pretty sad. Mersh, he claims he's bothered by this. Claimed it fucked him up. Shed a tear. But I'm not buying it based on your interaction with the brother. If you're really that bothered by this underscore mersh passing to the other side, I mean, wouldn't you try to help the brother out?
If it's real, right?
It's got to do these, I mean, just insane mouth noises. I apologize, but we're going to listen to it again.
If it's real, right?
Like he's like digging for like a piece of chicken that he ate earlier on, or maybe a piece of salmon. Now, who am I kidding? Mersh ain't eating no fucking salmon. He ain't eating clean.
It's real.
Probably a burger.
Real, right?
Oof.
Do you know how fucking sad that is?
I mean, I guess. No, it is sad, man. It is sad. Again, you know, the Clippers bring us great joy in this community with, there I go, using the fucking word community. No, they bring us great joy. Without the Clippers, a lot of this shit would just pass us on by. You wouldn't even know what the fuck was going on time to time. So this was a guy who was clipping mersh, which not a lot of people get to see. Because let's be honest, who's going off to Rumble watching mersh every day? I mean, if nothing else is on, you might try to fucking flick on Rumble, but I mean, let's be real. I mean, not really. We'll just put on a rerun of one of our shows that we like, or just not watch YouTube at all. But it is sad, man. It is sad. So hopefully the little guy underscore mersh could pass through in peace. We wish him the best in his journey on to the afterlife. And we salute underscore mersh in his passing. Get well, soldier. Get well. Or be well. I guess you can't get well. You've already died. So be well, I guess. Be well underscore. Be well. Very sad stuff. Very sad stuff. Mersh will be eaten by his cats. Wish you well. This is Mark of the Beast. 5K says, or maybe they were hoping Mersh would be more celebratory about it and try to chalk it up as a win. He probably died, though. RIP. Yeah, but I don't know if you would go to that length to claim that you died just to see if somebody would possibly react in that sort of fashion. I mean, I just feel that to be an insane troll. I mean, there's a lot of things to troll anyone on, especially a guy like Mike Shalai. So to claim that you die just to get a reaction is pretty nuts. But I mean, look, I don't put it past anybody. I mean, people have done more insane shit than that. So, I mean, who are we kidding? Coach Dayla, member for 17 whole months. Look at that. Says, get well soon, underscore mersh. Yes, get well soon. Get well in the dirt. Get well in the dirt. Mersh is only interesting when he strokes out or waves his... Does that say lady around? Oh, his thing. His piece. His gun. Mersh had great taste in music and had nice... Well, Mersh loves Win by 2. This is a fact. Loves our song When You're Around. You know, these city lights. He couldn't stop singing it a couple of months ago. That's on his jogging playlist. Mersh actually jogs, by the way, if you didn't know. He jogs with his gun in his bug out bag around schools. This is from Mersh. And while he's jogging, he's listening to Win by 2 on repeat. When You're Around and Wasted Away, Burning Up, some of the tunes that we've put out here, if you know our back catalog. W-Man, fellow Clipper here. Beware, W-Man, beware. Says, wait, what happened? Who died? If you're not careful, W-Man, if you don't choose your words carefully, you might be next. You're a Clipper who clips. A Clipper underscore mersh. Well, you can't rewind, I guess. I was going to say rewind, but you can't, so I'll fill you in. Underscore mersh is dead, and we wish him well in his passing. W. Man. All right, I want to get into this Kanye stuff. It's big. It's massive. It's fucking huge, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. Before we get into the Kanye retweet of Redbar in this whole cover song that Mike did. What's with all these mics? I want to show you Kanye crash. Kanye, I mean, really is on a different... Like, he's teaming up with, I mean, individuals that you would never think of in a million years. Like, he's with Sneeko in this video I'm about to show you here, and he's what they call, the internet calls now crashing out, when people are losing their fucking minds. This is a new term, crashing out. And he's going off about his kids, very unhinged, very just mad and angry and seething, if you will, I guess. And through all this, all the seethe and all the madness and the crashing out, he found a way to retweet Redbar, which is actually pretty fucking wild. And it wasn't even, well, it was a Redbar video, but it was from Numero Uno Josh Denny fan. So really big ups to Numero Uno Josh Denny fan. Getting that Kanye bump. Now, the last I checked the video, it only had, and look, I don't want to downplay it. If I had if I had a video that had 48,000, almost 50,000 views, I'd be ecstatic. But you would think the Kanye bump would, I mean, you'd be almost at 500K by now. Nick Rekieta's return stream has more views than the Kanye retweeted Numero Uno Josh Denny clip of Redbar covering Cousins. Very trippy. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe people just aren't clicking on it. And then I think Kanye actually deleted that tweet and then retweeted it from Sneeko. So actually, I think Numero Uno got slighted by Kanye. And now Sneeko got the bump on Twitter exclusively. Now that video, I mean, I think the view count's almost in the almost at the million mark now at this point. Chris Max says, I thought it was over 2 million. Not the one on YouTube. Yeah, Numero Uno says, I just got here in time. Yeah, I mean, congratulations, man. I mean, that's fucking huge. You got the fucking Nazi bump, dog. So congrats. I mean, seriously, that is pretty fucking rad. But I think, like I said, the last time I checked, now correct me if I'm wrong, the last time I checked, I went to click on his retweet of your YouTube video, and it said this tweet does no longer exists. I definitely was a bit slighted. Yeah, okay, so maybe it is. I definitely was a bit slighted. The guy didn't even credit me for the edit. I mean, that's pretty fucked. You know, and I think that's just a good general rule of thumb. If you're going to be retweeting, I don't care if you're Kanye West and you're, you know, embarking on becoming a Nazi and really like leaning into the bit of heiling Hitler. Like, you know, you could easily, like, come on. You could at least credit the guy you're clipping from or retweeting from. Help a motherfucker out, man, you know? But anyway, let me show you him crashing out, because this was, I guess, Kanye's mindset before the tweet. And he's with Sneeko here. They're in this weird, it almost looks like a Motel 6. And I don't even know what's going on here. Kanye's got his infamous mask on. And he's just going to go off on a rant about his kids and furthering on society and how he wants not to be, I forget how his phrasing is, but basically how he wants to be the leader. He doesn't want to be like an idol, but he wants to be a leader. A Nazi leader, that is. Let's listen to him. J.E., member for 20 months. Says, the Jewish diaper guy made Kanye cry. Talking about Redbar. And we're going to get into him, too, because he had came back this past, I guess, week. This is how we covered the song. He came back this past week after a 2-month hiatus. I mean, this is becoming an ongoing bit of Redbar's, where he just goes on, 60-plus day breaks. And his explanation as to why he took this break, I thought to be insane. I mean, this guy's either the most unfortunate guy in the world, as it pertains to, like, just getting sick with the most insane elements, this world has to offer. Or, there's something else going on. There's something else going on. And we're going to show you that here coming up as well. But without further ado, this is Kanye, quote-unquote, crashing out.
Why you got all these black kids that just sitting in that school and y'all niggas is just trying to jump up and down from McDonald's, nigga. None of these
Okay, so that's a fair question. You got all these black kids that are not able to get an education, and all these other motherfuckers are just worried about McDonald's. Now, I'm typically not a McDonald's guy myself, but I mean, I see where he's going with this.
All these black kids are just sitting in that school, and y'all niggas is just trying to jump up and down from McDonald's, nigga. None of these celebrity niggas give a fuck about anything but their next motherfucking cheeseburger, nigga.
Now that's fucking funny. All you celebrity motherfuckers, the LeBron James, the Brad Pitts, who else? Mark Zuckerbergs, Mark Cubans, Elon Musk, Donald Trump. You don't give a shit about nothing else but your fucking McDonald's. And then he goes on to say, nigga. I'm just repeating what he's saying. I thought that to be hilarious. And if true, I mean, that's big if true. If celebrities really don't care about anything else but their next Big Mac intake, TMZ should be breaking that story. I mean, now. Celebrities don't care about nothing but their next fish fillet. Live at 7.
Celebrity niggas give a fuck about anything but their next motherfucking cheeseburger, nigga.
That's funny. Dramatic pause.
All I could do was put that battery in my back, bro. Because I was in the airport by myself, bro. That shit is so important to me, man. That meant love you, bro. That meant everything to me, bro. I'm gonna go get these kids, man. Fuck all these faggot niggas. I'm gonna go get these kids, bro. I'm talking to the lawyers. It get to the point where I don't lose my fucking mind. I'm like, I have to get used to that seeing my kids. Like, it'll be okay. And then niggas say, hey, Ferg. Oh, I could be whole. Nigga, I could be whole when I see my kids, nigga. Come talk to me. You niggas don't know shit. I'm the leader, nigga. Why y'all keep trying to figure shit out, nigga? If I go like that, y'all go like that. I'm y'all leader. All of y'all. And it's...
That's facts right there. If he goes like that, we go like that. Seriously, I don't know how this guy did not win the presidency back in 2020. Seriously.
If I go like that, y'all go like that. I'm y'all leader, all of y'all. And it's okay, it ain't nothing. But y'all niggas ain't doing no season 3 stadium show. How many millionaires you seen Virgil made? How many people met Virgil was like, I'm a millionaire now. I'm a billionaire now. That's what they do. The white people, the Jews, they'll grab a Kendrick, a Virgil, and then put a false idol, a false king. And I'm not here to be...
So this is actually a good point. So Jay says, Redbar became everything he used to mock. Just goes to show you, you can never trust a Jew. So Kanye doesn't trust Jews. Kanye typically speaks out against the Jewish community. What's he going to do when he finds out Redbar is a Jew? Like, that's not good, man. That's not good. He's going to think fucking Virgil had something to do with it or something. I mean, that's not good for Redbar.
Be your idol. I'm the leader. I'm not here to be worshipped. And as a leader, I'm saying, how am I supposed to lead y'all if I don't got my kids with me to continue what we're doing? I ain't got no motherfucking legacy. So why the fuck you think I'll be spazzing out, nigga? Twins in charge of my motherfucking legacy, nigga, and I'm gay. Twins in charge.
And you got this guy in the back, like, playing Fortnite with one ear off. I can't zoom in. I mean, imagine if you're in a room with Kanye West. You're this, just, I don't know who this person is, but just some guy who got lucky, was friends with Sneeko, and now all of a sudden you're in a Motel 6 with Kanye West playing Fortnite, and he's got his mask on, he's going off on a stream about being a leader, and the Jews, and the Virgils, and the this, and all the celebrities. They don't care about nothing but their next cheeseburger. I mean, how these people, like, are just so serious all the time. Like, the people who are around Kanye, like, if it were me, I'd be busting out laughing if I heard some of this shit. But these people have to, like, have a serious face, like they're about to go to war, or, you know, they're trying to start some sort of militia, and this is the way. Like, I mean, loosen up a little bit, man.
Spazzing out, nigga. Twins in charge of my motherfucking legacy, nigga, and I'm gay. Twigs in charge of my motherfucking legacy. And
So maybe that's Twigs?
Turn that shit off. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of my legacy. Let me put that in the universe. Thank you, Act.
And the video goes cold. Kanye West live from a Motel 6 in charge of his legacy. All right, so now we get to the retweet. So that was the state of mind, basically, I think, right before Kanye put out this retweet of the song that made him cry, by the way. And this is I almost want to play Numero Uno's edit, but I think the edit is in here. I think Sneeko, by the way, who didn't credit Numero Uno Josh Denny, I don't think, ripped part of Numero Uno's clip to put in his own clip. And now this is this is the latest of the clip. This is where the clip sits now. The infamous clip. Which, by the way, I think this would make Numero Uno Josh Denny fan, like, in the running for #1 clipper of the year. So this is the clip. It says, Redbar cover of Cousins by Ye. From Sneeko. Not Numero Uno Josh Denny fan. And we get to see here, this video on Twitter, 905,000 views. So almost 1 million. I guarantee if I refresh, it's probably more. But without further ado, I'm going to fill up a drink here. You should do the same thing. I'm going to play the clip. This is Kanye, weeping, crying. It was so powerful, it moved him over this clip. Numero Uno Josh Denny stands. If you watch all the recent Sneeko streams, Kanye, during one of them, very clearly and lucidly spells out that he is purposely doing this stuff as a performance for entertainment. And he goes on to say, Sneeko did not use my video. You see the guitar drop where I edited out the mistake in the real performance. Okay, so that's good to know. So Sneeko did not use Numero Uno's clip originally. So he just ripped this himself. But again, here, let's see. Before we get into this, let's see, will it still show? All right, so I'm going to go on Kanye's Twitter, and I'm going to scroll down just a little bit because, like I said, I'm pretty sure he removed your fucking clip, man. And I just want to double check this just to make sure. Yeah, and then the last, yeah, so he did. Confirmed. But I know what happened, Numero Uno, and you probably, I hope you took a screenshot of that. I hope you took a screenshot of it. But either which way, still, look, I don't want to take away from, that's huge, because we all saw that it happened. So congratulations nonetheless. Let's roll the clip. This is from Sneeko, retweeted by Kanye, performed by Redbar, covering Cousins, a Kanye song. I'm going to refill my beverage here. You should too. Let's check it out. Kanye West weeping.
Did you see the Cousin song that I tweeted?
Oh, yeah, the remix?
Yeah. Man, that made me cry.
See you outside again, just hanging out with your friends. Hanging with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We see two niggas kissing, we know what that shit means. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. See you outside again, just hanging out with your friends. And I know this nigga's about to judge me now. Started out when we was hanging out. Tell my cousin not to tell nobody. Please, no, don't tell nobody. The truth will set you free someday. But I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay. Nitrous don't help me, just put me in a trance. I'm talking about euphoria, I'm not talking about a man. Told you don't leave me, cause I need you by my side. As long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be alright. And that one time that you left me, I didn't get no sleep that night. And that one time that you left me, it took 10 perks to get high. 10 perks to get high. Pray that I don't die, but if I die, see you in the sky. 2 pints of quay, don't leave, just stay, babe. Let's go on a vacay, leave the world behind.
He's not even playing the guitar, he's playing the bass. I'm back, by the way. Playing the bass guitar here. This is a segment I guess he does at the end of every show. He plays a song. He chose Cousins because that's a Kanye song. He's, I guess, a huge Kanye fan. If you follow Redbar for any sort of time, he's huge in the Kanye West. The cover, all in all, I mean, I will say he's using auto-tune in this clip, but the song, the cover song, all in all, I guess, for a Kanye song isn't bad. But again, this is coming from a guy who just went through like blindness out of an eye, and you mean to tell me he didn't have time to do shows in the last 2 months, but he had time to learn the song Cousins by Kanye West. Interesting to note.
Thank you. Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind. Nitrous don't help me, just put me in a trance. I'm not talking about euphoria, I'm talking about a man. Told her don't leave me, cause I need you by my side. And as long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be alright. I'll probably be alright. I'll probably be alright.
So you see Kanye, I mean, he's really trying to hold back the waterworks there, man. Come on. So if we're going off of what Numero Uno is saying, that Kanye is hinting towards that most of this is a performance-based act he's going through. So you mean to tell me he's just pretending to have sucked his cousin's dick when he was 14? Or up until he's 14? I can't follow, man. I mean, I really cannot fucking follow. Is it an act? Is it not an act? Was he slurping down his cousin? Was he not slurping down his cousin? And what else did Kanye do? If let's just say it's not an act, what else was he doing up until the age of 14? Because you know it just doesn't stop at blowies. And all like diehard look, I'm all for his music's cool and shit, but like no one's really like speaking out against Kanye West. I mean, let's be real. What he admitted to do is pretty fucking weird. No? Am I the only one to think that? What he admitted to doing with his cousin, I couldn't imagine doing with my cousins. Ever. I don't even like being in the same room as my cousins, let alone tip to tip or tip to mouth. So, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully it's one big, enormous troll, and one day on Kanye's deathbed he'll let out that he's fooled the world once again. That's what I took from it anyway. You could watch the stream I'm referring to yourself. Where's it at? Is it on Kick? I don't know where Sneeko streams to. Rumble? Kick, I'd assume.
Tempers get high, pray that I'll die. But if I die, see you in the sky. 2 pints of that quay. Don't leave, just stay, babe. Let's go on a vacation. Leave the world behind. Thank you.
Never heard of Jules. Just do it.
It's something like I can see the record for real.
So there you have it, the cover, the infamous retweeted cover. Now we're going to get into the clip of Blind Bar, where he's been for the past 2 months and why he hasn't done any shows. And I want to poke some. Now look, maybe he's trolling too. Maybe everyone's just doing one big fucking goof. And I'll show you why I think that here. Let's show you the clip. So again, he hadn't done shows in 2 months. He went on a it's probably a little more than 2 months. Went on some sort of hiatus. Again, the 10th hiatus since his big return stream back in 2022. He's been on more hiatuses than he's done shows, I think. But let's hear his explanation as to where he was this entire time. Redbar.
David Dobrik. I'm actually friends with Jeff in a real way, so it kills me that Ethan says this, but now I'm even closer to Jeff because look at this. I also suffered an eye injury. This is me.
Okay, so he suffered an eye injury, bomb sound effect, and then we get these pictures here. Now, I don't know about you, man, but this looks like fucking AI to me. I mean, I'm sorry. This looks like a cutout picture of him maybe sitting on his couch, and they cropped him inside of an eye doctor office. This don't look like a normal fucking picture to me, and he's going to show you 2 more pictures that look even worse than this one. Let's watch.
At the eye doctor,
Oh.
Miss Swang.
Tom said Kanye joined the Scars Club and is going through the back catalog.
Dr. Huang, Miss Swang. The eye doctor took very good care of me. This is what I've been dealing with for the last, 4 or 5 months here? 4 weeks. Here's another photo of me. We had a mysterious inflammation issue here.
So notice how you see no doctors in any of these pictures. And if I'm not mistaken, hold on.
You know...
All right, never mind. Never mind. Anyway, so this is him doing the eye test here at the doctor's office. You see no doctors, mind you. Maybe a hand. Maybe we see a little hand right there. But again, AI can do incredible things. This looks like AI to me.
I was going to tell this whole long story about this. Then I remembered that famous iDubbbz quote from Content Cop, of course, that this isn't your dumping ground. So maybe I'll just keep this a little bit more mysterious.
I like that.
Here is the eye. Here is me in the waiting room of the eye doctor wearing this exact jacket. You gotta curb that cough, that laugh.
Oh my God.
This is me. I look very red there.
So again, it was this picture. I'm like, there's no possible way this is an actual picture here. I mean, just look at it. It's fucking fake. I've seen a lot of fake pictures in my day. And this is definitely fucking one of them. It looks like he's like sitting out on, he was sitting out on a porch. And again, very easily to crop somebody out of a photo in 2025 and put them in a different scene. Let's hear him out again, because he might be the most unfortunate man on the face of the earth. He's got this mysterious disease. We don't actually know what that disease is. And now he's, right after losing his dog, he suffered fucking blindness out of one eye. I mean, maybe people still buy it. I'm not buying it anymore, but what do you think?
Yes, this is me in the waiting room of the eye doctor. Not too happy, am I?
Oh, I took that picture because of the beautiful rock that the doctor
Oh, yeah,
had.
if you look up close here, this is actually a wrist.
And you're just doing photo shoots at eye doctors? Like, come on, what are we saying?
Watch clock, which Ethan Klein should get one of those.
Jay says it's all a lie. He takes his stupid fans' money and goes on vacation for 2 months, hoping he doesn't shit himself in the process. Look, I'll give him that he's fucking ill and he's dealing with some sort of mysterious disease. But it's like, it's either like do shows or just don't do shows. I mean, again, because I think Jay mentioned it earlier, this was the same thing he used to speak out about and would make fun of people for hours and hours and hours for doing while taking their money. Now, I get it, you could still have access to the entire archive, which is a lot. But people, most people don't care about the archives. They want just new live shit. And if you're unable to do it, then just don't do it at all. That's my 2 cents, for whatever it's worth.
If you want to be cool, you should have like a Rolex clock, where it's a full size, but made out of the real stone, the rock. There I am there, and I have been suffering. I actually went fully blind. Yeah, I did. In one eye. I know, I come up with these jokes.
But it's true.
This I didn't need.
So there it is, right there. He just here.
Yeah, I did. In one eye. I know,
he went blind.
Actually went fully blind. Yeah, I did.
He went fully blind in one eye, but then got his eyesight back.
One eye. I know,
okay.
I come up with these jokes.
But it's true.
This I didn't need. I bought this, and I bought the fanciest one, too. This is I ripped the brand name off here. Look at this. And I swear the swishing of the swish coat will stop. There's our grand opening sign that we made. This is you can tell this is a real one. This is almost as nice as a good...
Yeah, I get volunteer. All subscriptions are voluntary. I mean, I understand that completely, but that's not the point. The point is this is the same behavior. He would make fun of... I mean, Melton and Cummimgs and other people for doing the same thing. Saying they would do shows, pay for paywall content, then never doing the show, and then you would be featured on an episode of Redbar for hours. So it's just interesting to listen to some of the hypocrisies coming full circle. Now he's got a blind stick. He's got pictures and a blind stick. And then this is, okay, I guess I believe it. Yeah, you got a blind stick.
Golf club. This is a good one. No Jab is the name of the brand, I believe. And you can see, cut to the close-up here. Look at that, Jules. This is beautiful. It is gorgeous. You know, it is. This is nice. And I've always wanted one of these. And then I finally learned, you go, and I was saying, the wife of a blind man must go nuts. Not from the blind stuff, but the tapping. The constant tapping on everything and scuff marks everywhere and dents in the drywall. It's no life for a wife of a blind man, and she could attest to that. So she's been giving me, oh, by the way, I'm fully healed. Yep, I'm back. I'm fully healed.
Your eye is fully healed.
Well, yes, of course. Yes, the eye incident is fully healed.
Don't get too excited.
It was, for real. I woke up. We were supposed to do the show. We were going to come back. We had this beautiful momentum going. Remember? We were back.
Beautiful momentum. You did, I think, 2 shows prior. I mean, I guess that constitutes as momentum. 2 shows. Yeah, no, you're right. 2 shows is, in fact, momentum. I forgot.
It's so nice. It's always so nice to rebuild your life over and over again, and then get sick and have to start over and miss 2 months of all of life, and then catch up to it, and then come back and be all excited, and then get hit again.
I think that you should stop on the show saying that we're back because that's jinxing.
The jinx. Well, I already said we're back. It says grand reopening. But just like that Bob's Burgers, you seen that opening? That's where I got that from. I had never heard the term, this reopening. Very hard to find that banner on Amazon. So these are the pictures of me, and if you look at this one, look how... This is how sad I was walking around town. Miss Swang, the eye doctor from Severance. This is really what I had. My eye doctor, who was great, she did save my life here. I really thought we were going to lose the eye. She was not nice when I first came there. God, see, there's so much story. I have this. I wrote this thing, and I wrote like a whole outline of my story that I was going to tell.
Why, if it really did genuinely happen, why write out a story? You know, when things happen to me, when anything, I don't have to write stories out and keep pointers and outlines, and you just tell the fucking story.
That I might tell. And I was scrolling through it this morning before the show. It was like 10 pages long. With the Tyler, the Creator stuff, the coming back, the setting. It really, I'm thinking about it now. I don't know if any of this matters.
It doesn't.
My doctor, Miss Swang,
saved your life.
Was a mix. She's a mix of that little girl from Severance, which I hate the show Severance, I'll tell you that. That's on my list of shows that are no, that the whole world thinks are so fantastic. Up there with The Bear, up there with Black Mirror, and up there with my new one, The Studio. Nope, stop, don't in the chat. I don't want to say, oh, The Studio's amazing. Guys, don't get caught saying that just yet. Everybody hold on. The Studio, oh. So, Miss Wong, when I first came in there, I go, oh, this lady is going to be a giant bee, you know. Senora B. This Asian woman, Miss Swang, of course, she's a mix between the Severance, the bigger Chinese lady on Severance and the small Chinese lady on Severance. I don't know why they need so many Chinese.
I don't know what any of these references, the Severance and the Studio. I don't watch TV shows.
People.
Severance? What the fuck is a Severance?
In the middle of the woods, in this office building. But I get in there and Miss Swang, she's very negative towards me, and she's very concerned. She can't see into my pupil. She can't see anything in my eye. She said she's never seen anything like this before.
He had a dead eye.
I'm fully blind at this point. You know, I'm not, I'll tell you this, I'm not an eye guy. No. I've never opened my eyes underwater yet, swimming. I've never done that. Remember when you were a kid, they go, open your eyes, look around the water.
If you don't open your eyes underwater, you're a fucking full-on pussy. It's the first thing you do as a kid. I mean, look, not everyone can afford goggles. So you open your fucking eyes. It's really that's it. I open my eyes in the fucking ocean. That's how fucking badass I am. I open my eyes in the fucking shower. I mean, anywhere there's water, I'm just letting, splash on my eye. This is interesting, though. He's not an eye guy, I believe is what he's going to say here. Mind you, he's fully blind. He's, again, dealing with the mystery illness. All the meanwhile, this is the biggest week of his life. He's getting retweeted by his hero. What's going to happen? Is he going to, what's going to be, I guess, the fallout of the Kanye retweet? Does Mike bring Kanye on? Does he not bring him on? Does he not do a show for... because by the time he does another show, let's be real, the whole Kanye retweet's going to be irrelevant. It's going to be... by the time he does his next show, it's going to be like August or September. So, is it even going to matter? Is he going to go blind in his other eye? Is he going to have some sort of, new ailment and disease? You don't know. You don't know. And maybe Kanye is onto something. You can never really trust a Jew. So, whatever it's worth.
Impossible to open your eyes underwater. I've never been an eye guy. I can't do contacts. I can't do eye drops. Well, now I'm forced to do eye drops, but I could never do any of this eye stuff. So to me, an eye thing, that's the scariest thing I could ever imagine. When I get my eye exam for my glasses, Jules, they used to do this thing. Thank God they got rid of this. They got rid of this probably because of me. They would do a puff of air in your eye. Do you remember this, Jules, for the pressure test? Mm-hmm. The puff of air in the eye. And I couldn't do it. I would throw myself. I would throw the doctor. I would, mess the equipment. I'd decalibrate all the equipment, pushing them aside. And so I've always been very afraid of eye stuff. So I get into this thing. They're all over my eye. They are touching my eye. They put things in my eye. I had to do every test. She sends me to specialists. I've been in specialists week after week after week. But she fixed me. Ms. Schwang gave me the drops. She gave me the steroid drops. And what did it take, Jules? 5 weeks? 6 weeks?
For you to get your eye
5
back.
weeks? 6 weeks? And my eye is back. And I am back, baby. And it's the grand reopening. And we're so excited to have you. Should we do the first drink? Should we do our big...
Yes.
Thing. Yes, it's everything.
And look, it's no excuse to be blind. Look, if I'm blind, it would have to take me for my head to be decapitated for me not to show up and do shows. Look, that's not an excuse to be blind in one eye. Look, come on, man. Come on. You could do a show. You wear glasses regardless. No one would even be able to tell. And it's just one eye. You don't need both eyes. This is the grand misconception here. You don't actually need both eyes. You just need one. You just need one eye. So this whole being blind is... I'm not buying it, man. The pictures look fake. The blind stick is fake. It's all fake. So again, when will Mike do his next show? Probably in about... My calculations are correct. In about 12 weeks. Will he have on Kanye? Probably not. Again, Kanye's too edgy, I think, for... modern day Redbar IMO. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't think Kanye goes near. I think Kanye would do the show. I don't think Mike would invite him on. Now, I could be completely wrong. I could be here in 12 weeks covering that episode, but I guess time will tell. An eye patch would be cool. Exactly, Kim Nicholson. An eye patch would be bad fucking ass. Yeah, bad fucking ass. Badass. It would be badass. Think about it. What podcaster? He would be the first of its kind to wear an eye patch and do, critical content of people. Imagine getting critiqued by a guy in an eye patch. That's edgy. That's modern day edginess. I think the world needs more of that. People with just like head bandages, eye patches, neck braces. And then you just need to start critiquing everyone else about how they're healthy and pathetic. But either which way, we'll see. Kim Nicholson, Kanye ain't going on Redbar. Well, he went on Alex Jones, albeit with a mask. But, so I'm not shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Kanye was on Redbar. That, I mean, it would be insane. Badass. Yeah, it's badass. I know. I got too ahead of myself there. All right, I want to jump into this Rekieta stuff. We'll have to monitor Blind Bar moving forward. And like I said, if you're a Scars Club member, probably don't expect the show anytime soon. Probably, I'd say by July, you'll probably get your next show and your Kanye updates there. I want to jump into some of this Rekieta stuff. Coach Garrett F says Redbar stinks with any number of working eyes. That's, I think I've said it before. I'll say it again, though. Modern Redbar post return, since he returned in 2022, it just was not the same show. It went in a completely different direction. I mean, there's still some of the same guys, which if you hate the Hinchcliffes of the world and the Tim Dillons of the world and Joe Rogans, I guess you could find entertainment in that. But as far as just the whole vibe of the show, it completely changed after he came back. Now, some people would chalk that up to him being sick, but who knows? Who knows if he's actually sick? We've seen no doctor's notes or doctor's papers or results or anything. So it could be all one big Jewish farce. How would we ever be able to tell? I could say I have a disease right now. How would you be able to prove it? You have to take my word for it. You can't take anyone's word, especially anyone talking in a cat. You don't know this person. I think that's the problem. People get so attached and they think they do know these people personally on a personal level. And what they would call out other people for, they look and turn, no pun intended, a blind eye when their guy does the same exact thing. It's actually pretty fucking insane. And there should be a case study done from that. But it's just a completely different show post, the comeback. I want to get into some of this Rekieta stuff. And his confirmation that he is back on the sauce. Before we do, actually, this is Nick going over his super tips here. Sorry, I got to share the right screen here. Bear with me. Don't do drugs. All right, so this title, again, Alyssa Clips has a nice title here. The title of this episode, or the title of this clip goes on to say, this is, okay, I have this all clipped out. Don't do drugs. They're illegal. Rekieta's recovery program and how sobriety is going. This is going to leave you, some of you shocked. If you're pro Rekieta, if you enjoy LawTube, you might enjoy Rekieta. I'm here to show you. You probably shouldn't. Nick doesn't think he's a drug addict. His doctors have confirmed he's not a drug addict. He's really playing it down in a lot of ways. And not to mention, he's actually going to, like I said, confirm that he is back on the shit. So let's give it an old fucking spin. Nick Rekieta.
Doing pretty well, actually. I've only had to drug test one time so far, which is fun. I don't have any desire for drugs or alcohol, which I wasn't really concerned with in the first place. But hey, I guess it's good to have that non-concern manifest, and we'll see. I know what they say about substances and all of that, and I've learned so much about addiction. Because I had to go to treatment. They made me go. I was kicking and screaming. Actually, treatment was kind of, it was fun in its own way.
Treatment should not be, drug treatment should not be fun. It should be taken seriously. You don't end up in a drug treatment center because of the right decisions you made in life. You should be ashamed You should be very ashamed that you're in this. It shouldn't be fun. It should be, I learned some lessons. It sucked. I was away from my family. I was away from my kids. It sucked every second. But Nick, no, not for Nick. It was fun.
Kicking and screaming. Actually, treatment was kind of, like, it was fun.
Treatment was kind of dope, actually, now that I think about it. I was away from my children. I had no responsibilities. They were pumping me with other medication. It was a fucking blast.
One way. My favorite thing, I've got to find it. I'm going to go ask them.
Listen to this.
What it was. What it is it was a video, and it was like made in the 90s.
This is why Nick has no cravings. Listen to this.
It was 3 people talking about their drug addictions and how it happened. And if I remember right, the video was about attaching drugs to like a certain activity. And so then that activity becoming like a risk factor for them. Like for me, I guess, to put it into, we could put these things into localized perspective.
Exactly.
I would go out to do karaoke at, at a dance club. And so that's where I would do a lot of cocaine. So a trigger for me, I guess, according to the literature, is that if I go to this dance club, I'm going to want to do cocaine.
He was doing cocaine at dance clubs. Now, I know that seems probably normal, but dance club? Dance club. That's your final answer. I was doing a lot of cocaine at a dance club. Not just a dance club, not just any old dance club. This kind of dance club.
Apparently, like that's what it says. I haven't tried it out because I don't have any cocaine, so I don't want to go to the dance club. See, it works in reverse too.
Dog, you're 40 with 5 children. What are you doing? First of all, again, obviously the obvious. What are you doing cocaine with all of that in mind? You being 40 with 5 children? But furthermore, what are you doing at a fucking dance club? You're a married man, 5 kids, and a career. Sort of. What the fuck are you doing at a dance club? I mean, come on, man.
I guess. But so the video was about that. It's about identifying triggers and stuff. And it's like, it's in the 90s and everybody's wearing sweaters with like, dress shirts
a
underneath
dance club.
The sweater. And they have the black guy come out. It's so bad.
Oh,
he comes out and he goes, I like to have sex while on cocaine. Yeah.
Obviously. Whoa. I mean, you fucking retard. Yeah. That's what we do. We do coke and screw.
Yeah. Of course you do. But why would you put that in the video?
I gotta stop fake laughing. I think I've just contracted the hiccups. Fuck.
Oh, God, it was funny. Someone get it, because I definitely want to make you guys see what I had to sit through. How old are you going to a dance club?
Right.
43.
I'm 43, you idiots. There's nothing wrong with going to a dance club. There's everything wrong going to a dance club in Minnesota doing. What are you wearing? Like button-up shirts, and you leave the first 4 unbuttoned, showing off like your 3 little morsels of chest hair. You got your little coke in your little vial. You think you're hot shit? Like, yeah, this is me. I'm Rekieta. This is the missus. You could fuck her if I could fuck your wife. Let's do some snorting. Let's not and say we did. How about we don't do any of that? Dog, you're 40 fucking 3. Whoever that comment was, absolutely right. Dance club should stop being cool after like 23, 24. I'd give you. Or the second you have a child. You should cease going to dance clubs. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take. I've actually, Blade by 2, the paint. I've actually never been to a dance club. I don't even know what one would look like. I don't even know where one would be. I've never looked up in my phone directions to a dance club. And what constitutes a dance club from a normal club? Aren't all clubs dance clubs in theory?
True. How old are you going to a dance club? 43. I didn't start dancing until I found myself at 42. They also serve liquor at dance clubs. and people at the ones from, like Mexico or whatever. You could just buy people there, I think. But a lot of my time spent in recovery was, so whenever someone would graduate out of the program, like you would watch a movie. And so I spent like several hours watching movies, which was like, I've already seen these. I made them watch Mystery Men, which is great. Ben Stiller and William H. Macy.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Classic.
Like the movie didn't have to have anything to do with any. I think they wouldn't let me watch Below.
Wait, was that Below or Below with Johnny Depp?
To do with any. I think they wouldn't let me watch Below.
He's talking about the movie Blow, right, with Johnny Depp, or is he talking about Below Deck with what's that on TLC or something? Is it Blow or B? I can't quite make this out.
Movie, like the movie didn't have to have anything to do with any. I think they wouldn't let me watch Below.
Below.
I didn't ask. I just know they wouldn't because we're not
Below.
allowed to. We weren't allowed to say anything funny about drugs, because then the people there might want to do them again. Buckmaster says cocaine boosts dopamine, feeding the narcissist's need for power, control, and superiority.
Listen to this.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe.
Key Ray says very cool. Kayula. That would be like, that's how he's trying to say it. Below. They wouldn't let me watch the movie Below.
I'm just not a narcissist.
Oh, okay. So Nick, so we know this. Anybody who's ever admitting that they're not something usually is that thing, especially a narcissist. If a narcissist, this is, a tell from any narcissist. You want to know how someone is a narcissist? Let them admit that they're not a narcissist. By the way, that's not for you to decide. That's for therapists and psychologists, like the sorcerer, to deem you crazy or not.
I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe I'm just not a narcissist.
I beg to differ.
The way I described cocaine was it makes you feel like you could do anything, but you don't do anything except more cocaine. Like you're like, yeah, I could build a shed, but like you're not.
So when Nick would do cocaine, he'd be like, yeah, I could build a shed. What kind of coke were you doing, dog? I was like, yeah, I could dig a trench and build a shed.
Like you're like, yeah, I could build a shed, but like you're not doing anything at all because why would you? Why would you leave?
Yeah, why would I build a shed when I'm high on fucking Below?
The cocaine is. So I don't know. But you do feel awesome on it.
Kim Nicholson says, I'm not hot. Seriously, I'm not.
We'll
take your word for it, Kim.
The whole point.
I'll be the judge of that, actually.
This has been one of the weirdest parts of the aftermath of all this is like trying to talk about it with people because they get
so
really
weird.
uncomfortable when you say stuff like, well, yeah, you feel awesome on these substances. And they're like, and it's like, well, why do you think people do them? Obviously, that's the purpose of them. And it's false. Like it's a chemical infusion in your brain that will eventually throw things off, they say. And it's probably true. But
thanks, Doc.
Your brain tricks you into liking everything. That's the dopamine infusion of cocaine. I mean, in a similar way, getting drunk has a similar dopamine effect. It's just not as strong. But then, so yeah, everything you do gets associated with good your brain's reward system. So everything is awesome. Like it's hard to not have a good time. But when you do have a bad time on cocaine
at the dance club, can you picture Nick Rekieta at a dance club doing coke, wanting to build sheds?
And it's really not fun. I mean, because everything is kind of like amplified.
All right, let's move on. 750, the experts. Okay, this is where the experts, the Eggsbergs all got together. And mind you, we know what Nick looked like at the very end, the tail end of his shed building days, we'll call it. He was disheveled. He probably hadn't showered in, days, if not weeks. smelled, was getting blowies, like live on cam, was swapping spit everywhere. I mean, it was just, you probably didn't want to take a blacklight to Rekieta's dungeon. You know, the kids were starving. They were barely eating. If they were eating at all, it was, I think with the reports were SpaghettiOs. Kids were testing positive for coke. I mean, it was terrible. It was horrible. So knowing that, and mind you, this is a guy who, like, pretty much, I don't want to say pissed his life away, because he's still kind of, I mean, he went through the ringer a bit, but I mean, he still, you know, got to keep everything. He didn't get, kicked out of his house or get his car repossessed or whatever the case may be. But knowing all that, the experts got together and deemed Nick to not be an addict. Listen to this.
Just hanging out for lunch. So my first day of treatment, I was prescribed outpatient relapse prevention treatment. It's pretty close to, if it's not the lowest level of treatment you can have, it's pretty damn close. It's a 1.0 on the
squalor.
The addiction score thing is. It's I was not actually diagnosed with substance use disorder or alcoholism. Some people may disagree, but hey, the expert said you're not that.
So I guess I'm not that. I guess, you know, the experts all came together and said I'm not that drug addict, even though I do coke every day. I'm doing ketamine. I'm doing Molly. I'm drinking like a fucking fish. But, you know, experts said I'm not an addict alcoholic. So guess what, guys? Guess I'm not. Guess I'm not that thing. Nick, look, I know there's a very slim margin. There's a very slim percentage of people who can do what Nick did and actually not be an addict. I mean, I'm talking slim though. Like, I mean, out of, you know, let's just say 10 people, 9.9% would all be deemed what Nick was doing addict alcoholics. And there's like a 0.1% that, you know, would not be deemed that. Nick is not that. Nick is not that. You know, he has a lot of the tendencies of an addict alcoholic. Again, you know, you look at, now he's going to justify it. You heard it earlier where he says, you know, he was using drugs and alcohol because they're fun, which I guess in theory, they, you know, on the surface, yeah, they are, until they're not fun anymore. Typically why you start to do these things is because it's filling some sort of void. It's, you know, your way of coping with a lot of things because you don't want to deal with real life. So you, in turn, instead of, you know, talking it out or writing things down or whatever the case is, like normal adult coping mechanisms, you turn to drugs and alcohol because it fills a void and shuts your inner voice up, what they say. So if you just look at Nick's life, you know, here's a guy who's just got, I mean, mega fucking famous, was making so much money he didn't know what to fucking do with. He starts turning to swinging, and his marriage, I mean, this is all, according to him, his marriage was falling apart. He didn't have the best home life. So he probably started to turn to drugs and alcohol because he was unhappy with not only himself, but with his situation around him and how he allowed that situation to arise in the first place. Because, I mean, look, Nick's a smart guy overall. I mean, you don't just become a lawyer because you're retarded. So here's a smart guy who's allowed himself to do all the most egregious things. So he probably, yeah, turned to drugs and alcohol because it filled that void. It shut his fucking head up for, you know, a period of time. But because the experts are saying that Nick isn't an addict alcoholic, well, he's not, you see. I'd beg to differ. I'd say Nick checks every box as an addict alcoholic.
I was not actually diagnosed with substance use disorder or alcoholism. Some people may disagree, but hey, the expert said you're not that. That doesn't actually matter. I don't know if people know that, but like someone saying you are or aren't something doesn't mean you are or aren't. But that's my lack of diagnosis. But I was prescribed to go to relapse prevention therapy, which is a 40-hour program, mostly group therapy. And you go in and talk. And so your first day you sit down and they're like, oh, new person. So everybody has to say their name and drug of choice. And, you know, for my group, it was like meth, weed, meth, fentanyl. And then they got to me and they're like, what about you? And I'm like, well, I'm Nick. And I guess my drug of choice is cocaine, Molly, and ketamine. And one guy looks at me, he's like, cool. And
was Aaron M. Holt in the fucking room? Some guy looked over at me after, you know, I said cocaine. They're like, that's very cool. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Super Chats, Rumble Rants,
ketamine,
etc.
And one guy looks at me, he's like, cool. And then the next guy is like, where'd you get that stuff around here? Like, because you can't get it around here. So no, it was, they don't have delivery. There's a giant pain in the ass to go get it. Which is why I had...
Yeah, Nick found out you know, some of these other people. I mean, I guess in Minnesota, there's something in the water that actually make people, you know, lose like 40 IQ points. Some of these people think that you could just order cocaine off DoorDash or Uber Eats. Turns out that's not the case. Turns out you actually have to go to some extremely sketchy places to get some of this shit. Let's go to 1105. Why Nick liked ketamine. Check this out.
Now, so... it would have been at least 24 years since I had last seen her. So, yeah. What was the K doing for me? Ketamine? I like hallucinogens. Ketamine's a hallucinogen.
Okay. Love Chatter says, bullshit story. Someone in group rehab asked openly in their session where he can score drugs. Right. Again, you don't just get to drug rehab or drug counseling because you were not doing drugs or you weren't going balls to the wall with drugs or alcohol. You typically know where to find some of this shit. Especially, again, chances are you're in a drug rehab. Chances are you know where all the drugs are at. Or at least kind of a roundabout where they're at, you know? Someone looked over at me and said, cool.
24 years since I had last seen her.
Hey, Nick, what's the K for? Listen to this.
What was the K doing for me? Ketamine?
He's like, I like hallucinogens. I like the trip. And therefore, I like the ketamine.
I like hallucinogens. Ketamine's.
Who says that, by the way? And furthermore, why are you taking ketamine? I mean, you could take psilocybin, LSD, DMT, Joe Rogan's favorite drug. You could do all of those, but instead you choose ketamine.
I like hallucinogens. Ketamine's a hallucinogen when you take enough of it. And it doesn't produce bad trips like LSD can or anything. Just cool.
It's cool, you know? I don't like bad trips. I like good trips. See, the difference is you could take like a half a tab of acid and trip balls for a little bit. Whereas ketamine, you got to take you hear it here. Nick's got to take, I've never done ketamine, by the way. I always found animal, big gain animals. If they're prescribing this shit to horses and cows and rhinoceroses to like tranquilize them to sleep, I'm typically going to steer clear of that substance. I don't know. Call me insane. Call me wild. Call me a party pooper. Some people probably here today are prescribed ketamine because this is the thing now. People are actually getting prescribed ketamine, lollipops. I don't know why somebody would need ketamine in a lollipop. Oh, John, you don't understand the research and development. It says it's good for the brain and it opens up the receptors of the aorta, dinormal, solitude, and endeavor. I don't even know what any of that means, but we'll just roll with it because that sounded scientific. I think, okay, well, you could... look, I'm good. I don't need a ketamine lollipop. I'll pass. Not Nick Rekieta, though. Nick loves his ketamine. because he loves hallucinogens because it doesn't give him bad trips
when you take enough of it, and it doesn't produce bad trips like LSD can or anything. Just cool.
It is cool.
It was something I would do, you know, like in my bedroom. That was it.
So Nick would just be in his bedroom alone, shirt off, pants off, lights off. He's got, you know, a strobe light going, a black light going. He's got black light posters all over the wall of like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Kyle Rittenhouse. And he would just take enormous amounts of ketamine, trip balls, and just sit in his bed and just stare at the ceiling. Meanwhile, his 5 kids were downstairs looking for crumbs on the floor because they were starving. Meanwhile, Dada was upstairs tripping balls because he likes hallucinogens. That's great parenting. If anyone wants to be a parent in 2025, seriously, follow Nick Rekieta's every fucking move. The left chatter says these fucking dorks get tweaked out and just hang out in their bedrooms, gooning off for hours. It sounds miserable. It sounds fucking, I mean, horrifying, actually. What a waste of time. Like, if you're going to trip, go into nature, Mother Nature. Like, I'm going to really sound like fucking psychotic here. Go into Mother Nature and have at it. Touch some trees, touch some grass. I don't know. Look at the sky. Or how about this? Past a certain age, you have kids, why don't you just cut the tripping out? I mean, there was a time where you could do all these things. Again, the second you become a parent, you got to knock that shit off. You got to knock that shit off. I mean, imagine if like your children were playing and one of them like broke their fucking finger or, you know, needed your help, needed medical assistance. Like, they needed you. And, you know, again, maybe, you know, Lady Rackets was out. She was doing Lord knows what. But let's just say she was out grocery shopping. The 5 kids are at home. You're upstairs taking, I mean, grams and grams and mountain-sized piles of ketamine, sitting in your bed, shirtless, naked, jerking it, staring off into space, and, you know, one of your children come upstairs with a problem. How are you going to handle that? The short of that is you're not. You're not. You're going to freak out. You're going to freak out at the sight of your children's bloody fucking hand or whatever. So again, it's just not a good idea to do these things while you're fucking a parent.
Is it? So finish the group story. I mean, the main reason I was telling the group story is just like, it was, someone asked if I had to.
All right, let's go to 1323. This is Nick's justification as to why he doesn't think he's an addict. 1323. And we got one more after this, confirming that he's back on the sauce.
There's bad growing up stories all over the world. So that was some people misunderstand my comment when one of the things I had said was I didn't fit in with that group. I mean, I got along with all those guys. They're really cool. They're really cool. They're really nice. Like, you're in recovery. Most people wanted to be there to some degree, or they're kind of resigned to being there. And so, like, when I say cool, like they're just chill people. But I said, their stories aren't mine. I didn't really fit in there, and that's what I was talking about.
So he says, I didn't fit in there, and this is what he was talking about. Let's listen.
So people are like, aha, he doesn't think he
belongs,
had a problem or whatever. It's like, it's
exactly what I'm saying.
I don't know if problem's the right word. I was obviously abusing substances that I shouldn't have been abusing. But what I meant was, like, I wasn't abused as a child, right? Like, my dad didn't fight me and break my ribs or anything like that. I didn't have to deal with those issues. I didn't grow up, So he's like, maybe he's not saying he doesn't have a problem, but he's saying, I didn't have it all that bad.
I'm not like these guys who are smoking meth who are getting, booty fucked by their cousins or their fathers. I had a great life.
I didn't have to deal with those issues. I didn't grow up, we lived in a really shitty neighborhood or actually like right next to a really shitty neighborhood in Houston. And there was plenty of really scary stuff going on very close to my house. But
there's scary shit happening all the time, all around you.
It was only until I was about 9. And then we moved up to the suburbs of Minneapolis. And, I didn't have to deal with anything like that really, as I grew up. So like, I didn't grow up in that world. And,
but yet here you are, smack dead in the middle of a drug rehab counseling program. So I'd say that's worse. It's like, what's your excuse? At least the person next to you smoking, 9 grams of meth a day. At least, their excuse is they were fucking molested as a child. You were like, I had a pretty decent life and I just got bored. Had 5 kids. I just feel like, started to do drugs just for shits and gigs. So you're irresponsible. That's what you're telling me. You're irresponsible.
And so that's what I meant. But I don't know. I like hearing people's stories. They liked hearing mine. It was a good time.
It was a good time. I'm glad you had a blast at Club fucking Med. Again, it's supposed to be a learn. It's supposed to be not a good time. You're not supposed to have a good time in rehab. Again, you don't end up in rehab because you got things under control. Typically, you end up in rehab because your life has gotten away from you. It's like, this is fucking fun, dude. This is great. Seriously, what have I been missing? Can I come back here every fucking other week? All right, let's show you the big reveal here. 2112. So now Nick is like, I'm sober. I love sobriety. I love the 12 steps. I'm a changed man. Rehab was cool. People were cool. Stories were cool. But, I'm not, and you heard in the beginning, I'm not really craving at them. I'm just going to stay away from drugs and alcohol altogether. Right? Wrong. Listen to this.
Don't worry about it too much. Leon's Law says, is it probation kosher to use ADHD medication, the meth stuff, Vyvanse? I don't have a Vyvanse prescription. I have an Adderall prescription.
Listen to this.
Right here. And
I
don't have a Vyvanse prescription. I have an Adderall prescription.
Right here. See? Here's my prescription. Here's my script of Addy Daddies. Now, people don't know what really Adderall is. It's legal meth. And he's just holding it up nonchalant. Why would you ever show the people this? Now, again, according to his probation, he can't use illegal drugs unless he's prescribed. But I think this is, the biggest loophole with anything. Nobody needs Adderall. I'm sorry. Maybe that's a hot take. Nobody actually needs stimulants as powerful as Adderall. Again, it's like one molecule away from being methamphetamine. Aaron the Rat says, for $2, booty fuck. LOL. Thank you, Mr. Rat. And I think Beloved for 2 also came in. Says, Nick thinks feeding his white to dudes to be a win. You're talking about feeding his jizz to Aaron is a win. Again, these guys have it all fucking ass backwards, man. Aaron thinks he's winning. Aaron went through the worst things any internet personality or just personality in general could go through in the last year. Nick has been through the same, if not worse, in the last year. But all these guys, it's all fucking fun and games. It's all fucking fun and fucking games to them. I'm going to go get prescribed Adderall because I can. Now, again, he can. He's allowed to be on this. But probation, unless you're on, I mean, I don't even know what drug you actually, like Adderall is a drug you don't need. Vyvanse is a drug you don't need. Ritalin is a drug you don't need. I don't care if you have the worst ADHD in the world. All these stimulants and these narcotic drugs, most of them anyway, are just a Band-Aid for a bigger problem at hand. I have ADHD. I don't take Adderall. Nor do I need it. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. And really, when it comes down to it, it's just a way, I'm going to get, I don't even know if this is conspiratorial, but just a way for big pharmaceutical companies and doctors to just enrich themselves. When you really boil it down, because nobody needs that shit. Again, it's one molecule away from being meth. And meth is bad, right? But Adderall good. Meth bad, Adderall good. Make that make sense. Yeah, Tom says, I suddenly have ADD. No, you just like the speed. And you found a legal way to do it. If there was a legal cocaine, which, I mean, if this was like in the 40s, you'd be on legal cocaine and you'd be like, see, guys? This is my script of legal coke. The doctor gave it to me, so it must be good. I have to listen to 2 streams at all times while I work to drown out the sound of my brain. Brain goblins. I never taken Ritalin, says Beloved Chatter. You don't need it. You don't need it. I mean, maybe if you're, the only exception to the rule is like if you're like maybe a college student, but like even that, because you're just setting up for failure. You're just setting yourself up for failure in the long term. Because then you're going to be dependent. Your body's going to become dependent, 1. And 2, you're going to be physically or mentally dependent on this thing. So your brain's going to associate taking this drug and finishing tasks on time and being able to finish them in a timely manner. So what happens when you go off into the real world after college and you don't have the stimulants? It's going to take, it's a lot of readjusting to do. There's other ways, man. There's other ways. We don't have to just take these, basically, I mean, just really chemicals and use them as some sort of crutch because my doctor said, I have ADHD. I have ADD. It's not that bad, dude. It's not, I mean, I'd say maybe there's a fraction of people because, like, maybe there are some people that actually do really need it. But again, it's probably such a small percentage as the way it's prescribed just on a mass scale. Like people, I could go into a doctor's office today and be like, I have ADHD. And they're like, okay, here's fucking, 90 Adderall 30s. I don't need this shit. Just fucking deal with it, man. You just deal. Not Nick. And this is supposed to be a sober guy for the next 5 years. So again, he's already found a loophole. And he's showing us. Now, I heard Aaron Emholt talk about this last week about how Nick was like back on Adderall. I did not believe it. I thought he was just talking shit. Turns out I was wrong.
Vyvanse. I don't have a Vyvanse prescription. I have an Adderall.
So, iGuy says, what milligram does he, I guess, what milligram is he on? He's going to say it's 10s. There's no way to prove it from this clip. We're taking Nick's word. Now, I get it, 10 is a very small dose, but you take a few 10s at one time. Well, now you're on a 30 or a 40.
All prescription right here. And I have modafinil.
Exactly. Who said that? ASDJKL. That's the ticket to relapse right there. Exactly. That'd be like going to, let's just say, you go to rehab for heroin. And when you get out, you have back pain. So you go to your doctor and they prescribe you Vicodin or Oxys. You're like, what? My doctor gave me Oxys. I have back pain. What's the big deal? It's like, what? I mean, what are you talking about? What's the big deal? You're taking legal heroin. No, but my doctor gave it to me. Okay. That doesn't make it right. Doctors are, most doctors, I'm not going to say all doctors. I don't want to generalize, but most doctors are legal drug dealers. Drug dealers who went to school for an excess amount of time. They didn't want to be, you know, Raheem on the corner of 5th and Market pushing little nickel bags of fentanyl when they were 50. So they went to school. They did it the hard way for 12 years. They had to go to school. Is it 12 years or 8 years? I don't even know how long it is to get your doctorate. And basically that's what they are. Again, not all doctors. Let me just rephrase, not all doctors, but some, more than some doctors are just legal drug dealers, writing legalized meth, legalized heroin. And just because you have a script, you know what I mean, doesn't mean you're somehow not falling back into the same patterns and same behaviors. You're literally doing just that. You're substituting cocaine and now you're using Adderall. It's really no different.
And I have the full license to use any medication that I'm legally prescribed. So yeah, it's good. Like, it's fine for me to have those. Adderall doesn't, I have heard that Adderall is like comparable to, I don't know what doses people take. I have a very low dose. Just 10 milligrams. Like it's for pretty specific situations for me. And, so I don't know what that, like, I know that some people use a whole lot of it and it's like cocaine, I guess, that lasts a long time.
No, it's like meth.
But yeah, I mean, if I tried to like dump a bunch of Adderall into my system, one, I would run out of my prescription that you can't refill except like once a month. And two, that would eventually, it would show up on a P test as being anomalous.
Okay, first of all, no, it wouldn't. Unless they send your tests out to like a lab where they could test the exact milligram that you've ingested into your system, but there's workarounds. So now what you could do is, if you're Nick, now mind you, all this video he's claiming he's not an addict, blah, blah, blah. But what you could do now is, now you have the script of Adderall 10s. First of all, you start at 10s and you go to your doctor, hey, 10s aren't working anymore. Bump me up to 15s, bump me up to 20s, bump me up to 30s. Before you know it, you'll be on Adderall 30s. So that's one. Two, you could take more than you're prescribed and then go find a dealer and get stronger Adderall milligrams and continue to take it. And the drug test wouldn't be able to decipher your legal script from street Adderall. So congratulations, Nick. You found a loophole. Congrats. Hope you enjoy it.
Amounts of Adderall, because Adderall triggers the meth test, I believe. Or there's a, I think I take a 15-panel drug test, which involves meth, but also other amphetamines. And I think Adderall triggers that one. 30 milligrams is like Coke if you don't have ADHD. Yeah, and I'm not diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD.
So you're not diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, you just have Adderall. Okay, got it. So that doctor should be locked the fuck away. He's not even diagnosing you with these diseases. He's just giving you Adderall. Gotcha.
It seems kind of obvious now. But yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know either, Nick.
I do have narcolepsy. Oh, so that like also impacts how stimulants work in the brain.
Okay. So because you have narcolepsy, I don't even feel the full effects of Adderall is what this just translating to. Got it. And that's the clip right there. Nicholas J, Adderall stimulant abuser, Rekieta. It'll be a matter of time for this motherfucker is, doing meth. And again, why show us your bottle? That's just... All right, hold on. I want to do Melton and I want to do Chad, and I think we're going to wrap here for today. I got to clear some of these clips. Let's see. Bear with me here. Bear with me. can't stand the sound of Nick's voice any longer. All right, let me show you what Melton is doing. Do a quick little Melton update here. And again, this is right on the heels of Hackamania, which is coming up this weekend. Hopefully everyone has got your tickets and is ready to fly to Viva Las Vegas. Ready to have a cool time with Nick Rekieta all added up. Melton has a message to everybody who's going to be rebroadcasting or clipping Hackamania before the event is over. Now, I'm not backing down. I'm still going to be sniping as much as I can this weekend. Find out where that stream will be on Wednesday. But without further ado, Patrick Melton.
Rover, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. This is getting fantastic. We're really
That does it. Pay no mind. It'll
nailing it. Keep the membership train going. We're gonna call out everybody who got gifted one, and then they have to gift one, or it'll all be over. We'll end it. But no, Bubble Popper, you make a good point, because Aaron's like the baldest one in this universe, and aside from Vito, holy shit! I was looking for pictures of Vito for the thumbnail. Are you bald, Vito? This is not. I was gonna say it's not a good look. The behavior's not a good look. Are you bald? This is fucked up. I think it's why Dick Masterson grows long hair, just for the juxtaposition, just for the mixing it up. Jesus Christ. Scalps? Everybody's bald. He's insanely bald. He's insanely bald. Thank you! Marketing, is it, for the 10 gift of fun, as well as drive-by. Also, thank you, who I was drinking with last weekend in New York City. Thank you very much as well for 5. Again, it's Make Your Nut Wednesday. It's Onion Town. Let's get them in. Let's get those things in. Okay, so Dr. Steve is back.
So last we left Melton, he was willing to fly out Dr. Steve on a private jet. Was one option, or option 2 was Dr. Steve was going to fly after his son's graduation on Saturday. He was going to fly in late at night. Now, I still don't think Dr. Steve is going to show. Maybe I'm completely wrong, and I'll eat my words on Saturday when I'm stream sniping Dr. Steve Weird Medicine show. But Melton, I mean, did everything he could to get this Dr. Steve live, and this is what he's updating us here now. Let's listen. Let's hear him out.
On the lineup, I gotta say that, and then I do gotta announce this, because we announced it on the members show Friday. I need you to know I don't want to do this either, but I have to. This is very, very gay. I'll get a lot of hate for this. People are going to be in my DMs. They're going to be screaming about it. They're going to be very upset. It is what it is. I have to do this. Anyone who snipe streams, first of all, we are going to be playing porn. YouTube basically rejected our access to the Content ID match tool, which lets us in real time strike your channel or bring down your channel or bring down your stream if you are streaming Hackamania. Basically, they have a tool. It's what the WWE uses, or UFC or Disney. If you are streaming one of their live events, they can bring your thing down. Like when we're watching TLC.
So you're trying to go the way of big corporations like WWE and Disney. You try to apply for the Content ID match tool. So in live time, if anyone were to snipe your little stupid fucking event, you'd be able to strike them live in real time. How fucking pathetic are you to be doing this? A guy, by the way, who was going to stream snipe fucking Kill Kevin. And if any other fucking live events happen, stream snipes that. The whole Stonies was willing to stream snipe that. Never a problem. But when it's his event, and look, I get, oh, well, look, people are buying this, and he's going to say, protect the paying customer. I get that to an extent. But the fact of the matter is, people are going to buy the online tickets regardless of somebody stream sniping or not. It might affect the money just a little bit, but it's not going to affect it that much. I mean, let's be real. There's people already that have already made up their minds. I'm buying Hackamania or I'm not buying Hackamania. By you doing this and by you coming out and saying this, you're fucking straight up bitch. Like straight up. Straight the fuck up.
Some clip from some TV station. It would allow us to like bring your channel down automatically if you're streaming Hackamania. They've denied us access to those tools. Now why? Because I've never filed a copyright strike. They won't let us have the tools to file copyright strikes because we've never filed a copyright strike. What does that have to do with anything? I don't know. I guess they assume if we've never filed a copyright strike, we don't have a problem with copyright violations. And I guess that's the truth. I don't really care about people clipping the channel or clipping the show or putting up snipe streams, Chad snipe streams, Kevin snipe streams, everybody snipe streams. I don't really care about that. When it's a pay-per-view that's not even on the platform, I do care about it. I do care about circumventing our pay-per-view and live streaming that out on YouTube. So, because in order to get access to these tools in the future, we have to have a history of striking people who snipe us. I will be copyright striking anyone who snipes any event from Hackamania. It doesn't matter what show it is. I will be copyright striking your channel.
Okay, so again, he's thrown down the gauntlet. Anyone who's rebroadcasting Hackamania its entirety will be copyright struck in live time. Again, no need to fear. Blade is here. There's workarounds for this, and they're already in place. There's measures in place to handle this sort of thing, and we will, Win by 2 will be stream sniping this as much as I can, as much as I'll be around this weekend. Kush King, by the way, 24-hour stream coming within the week. So get ready for that, Kush King. I see you in the chat. But aside from that, yes, Win by 2 will be rebroadcasting the show, Hackamania, in its entirety. So Wednesday, I'll be making the announcement, probably somewhere along the middle or toward the end of the show, where the stream will be. So just stay tuned. And I encourage everyone, if you have a YouTube channel, rebroadcast Hackamania. What's he going to do? Strike 100 channels? Is he going to strike 200 channels? Share it on Twitter. Share it on everywhere. Kick. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Rumble. Share it everywhere. What's he going to do? He going to do shit. Don't make the mistake of streaming rebroadcasting on YouTube, obviously. But there's workarounds, and I'll leave it there.
If you put up a clip, this is to the Clippers.
Listen to this.
This is to Doom and all the guys I like. If you put up a clip from Hackamania before the event ends, so let's say before Monday, I will strike your channel.
Wow. Clippers. Now, we just lost a great Clipper, by the way. Thank you, Balls Deep, for becoming a member. Consider buying your membership for Win by 2, the stub toe. You might need it. I'll just hint. You might need it for this Hackamania rebroadcast. Thank you, Balls, though, for that. If you're a Clipper and you put out a clip before Monday, so Hackamania is going to be, I think, from like Thursday to Saturday, there's events happening. If there's any clips that surface before Monday, strike. Now, again, this is a hard week for the Clippers. You just lost one of your own in _mersh. We wish him well. And now you're getting threatened by some big fucking fat, obese, push-pocketed, stanky, non-teeth brushing human being such as Patrick Melton. The guy who's all for stream sniping things. But when it's his pay-per-view event, well, now we have an issue. Now I'll be striking your channel and putting your channel in jeopardy. And playing porn, by the way, he mentioned. I saw somebody, I think earlier, said child porn. I mean, maybe. That wouldn't shock me. He would try to be as edgy and shocking as possible. And he probably has a few videos downloaded on his hard drive already. But I'm digressing. Nevertheless, yeah, clippers, streamers, don't even think about it, or you will receive a strike from Pat. And he's fucking full on serious, so don't think this is some sort of bit. He's serious. He's willing to strike.
A clip, a portion. I will strike your channel. I have to do this. You
don't have to do it.
Anything that prevents a purchase, anything that circumvents our pay-per-view stuff, I'm going to strike it. Also, we will be randomly streaming porn out over the stream. So if you purchase the stream, get ready for some hairy balls and some big old dicks. Maybe even some big old bouncing titties. Okay? So be ready for that. So not only will we be porn bombing it to fuck you. So to be clear, after Monday, put up any clips you want. After Monday, clip the shows. I don't think Carl gives a fuck. I don't think Rocco gives a fuck.
Love me a breakfast soda. And I'm sorry. Look, I know you got your jazz hands out. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a rat's fuck. You're into, as much as I can do this weekend, your little hackamania will be redistributed and rebroadcasted. And again, I hope everyone with any sort of channels will do this weekend. I'm talking Clowntown. I'm talking Nice Podcast Stupid. I'm talking Doom. I'm talking Kush King, Mint Diggity, Tom, Robot Glock, Balls Deep. I mean, what's he going to do? Strike 77 channels? Doubt it. I highly doubt it. Download, you don't even download it. Go to Restream. Connect all your fucking, connect your Twitter, connect your YouTube, connect every fucking channel you own and mass stream this motherfucker out. Fuck this motherfucker. Who the fuck are you? I'm going to strike your channel. I'm going to strike your channel. You're not going to do a goddamn thing. And if you do, you're a fucking straight up bitch. I'm going to be streaming out porn and titties and dicks because I'm edgy. And Carl did it, so, I thought that was cool. So maybe I'm going to stream, titties and dicks and flappy vages. I'm going to be doing it. So be prepared. Again, there's workarounds for everything, Melton. There's workarounds for it all. Man. Dick Fitzwell, that's a good question. Is Doom going to bend the knee? I hope Doom clips everything. I hope Doom clips everything and post it. I mean, seriously, don't let him scare you. Create Doom 2 if you're that scared. But clip. Rebroadcast, restream it, do what you got to do this weekend. Make your voices heard. Or stronger in numbers. Now, look, I'm going to be doing it regardless, but it would be hilarious if there's, like I said, 200 other channels doing it on the same night.
I don't give a fuck. Dr. Steve doesn't give a fuck. All the shows don't give a fuck. But if you put up the shows while the shows are going on, I'm striking you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry it has to be this way. This is tough love. Get mad at me. Don't get mad at anybody else. No one had anything to do with this decision. But in order for me to get access to these tools in the future, I have to enforce our copyright of stuff. It's not the same as sniping Steel Toe. It's not the same as sniping Ray.
No, it is.
It's not the same thing. I see this argument all the time.
It is. No, it is, though. It is. Because what you do is rebroadcast their... and I'm going to go to bat for Chad here and Ray and a lot of other these guys. Maybe not Steel Toe because he leaves his stuff up. But the guys who take their shows down, Kevin, Ray, Chad, you rebroadcast... Not only do you rebroadcast their content, you don't even show up on screen to make it transformative. Rebroadcast their paywalled content and laugh. And when they, have a problem with it, then you go ahead and call them, the fags and then they're spurging and look at them. No, you're stealing their paid material, their paywalled content. So when you do it, it's okay. But when we do it to you, I got to strike you. I gotta make my nut. If I don't make my nut, God forbid, I won't be able to eat. And if I don't eat, then I won't be able to live. And if I don't live, then how do I make money? So it's completely hypocritical for you to go this route. I didn't think I'd live to see the day where you're actually like going to go through with this and you're going to take the porn bombing from Carl and Shuli and use that as your own thing. It's very weak of you, Melton. Very weak.
I was like, isn't this the same thing you guys
Exactly.
do every day?
Rules for thee.
No. This is not going to be a thing on YouTube that's free. This is a pay-per-view event.
Okay, so what about MLC? MLC, I mean, yeah, even though it's streamed on YouTube, but it is then taken down and it's for Patreon's catalog. But then when you rebroadcast it, add nothing transformative to the matter. I mean, what? How is that different?
And if you're putting it out there, you're cutting off sales. And again, it's not even about me. My onus on this event is to make sure the people...
Is Melton Jewish, by the way? All this motherfucker cares about is sales and money and his 10% from super tips and how much he's making on the back end from merch. He's got to be Jewish. He's got to be Jewish.
People who bought tickets are taken care of and have a good show, and make sure the performers make money, which is, we're already on thin margins. So those are my two responsibilities. It's all I give a fuck about. I give a fuck about the people, you who bought tickets and bought streaming tickets, and I give a fuck about the performers who are coming out and taking care of them. My role as a performer or a show host or whatever it is has to take a back seat to all that stuff. So again, don't be mad at anybody else but me. I take full responsibility for this. But if you put up a clip of Hackamania before Hackamania is over, I will strike your channel. And it doesn't matter who you are, we will be striking your channel.
Bring it, bitch.
We will be porn bombing it if we see people sniping it.
Good.
That's just the way it is. I'm sorry.
Good.
And you're allowed to be mad. Go to your room and feel about it and think about how it really affects you.
No, we're okay. But good. Look, I look at this as a challenge. I never back down from a challenge. And I'm here to tell you, challenge accepted, Melton. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. I can't wait to rebroadcast you everywhere. Oh, boy, is it going to be sweet. Is it going to be so fucking satisfying to rebroadcast your stupid little fucking event with Dick Masterson and Dr. Steve and Rekieta about you're going to, reveal the cum eating and we have the tapes and the evidence. I can't wait. I cannot wait to rebroadcast every second of it. Whew! It's getting me excited just thinking about it. You should be too. This weekend, Hackamania rebroadcast it from yours truly here at Win by 2. And hopefully everyone else follows suit as well. So moving on, let's finish up. I'm going to do a little bit of chat here. And I think I'm going to get the fuck out of here. We have some sad news on the chat front. Some very, very sad news from the Z-Man, unfortunately. Like all Ray DeVito style shows, they have one thing in common, and they all start with a hope and a promise and a dream. Well, ultimately, they always meet their demise. And Chad's Ray DeVito show is actually no more. And this is right after they just did a show, I think, this past week. I think last Wednesday or Thursday with Tom Myers. And within, I think, 24 hours or 48 hours, the Ray DeVito show, we get an announcement from Chad the Z-Man, Mudshark, Zumock, that no more Ray DeVito show will be on streaming or rebroadcasted or broadcasted just in general. Bob Bank. Bob Bank, welcome into the sub toe. And also, too, for $2, Aaron, the motherfucking rat, says, tell him now, Pat is live. Tell him now, Pat is live. Melton? That Pat? But by the way, yeah, so let me finish off with this. Ray DeVito show is no more. This is from Chad. I regret to announce the Ray DeVito show has been canceled due to lack of interest. Mind you, this is the hottest show on the internet. At least that's what Chad would say. Lack of interest from the public. It was also canceled because Ray complicated the one-on-one basketball game for no reason whatsoever. So I don't know how that has anything to do with the Ray DeVito show being canceled. Chad's one-on-one basketball hoop matchup with Ray, but apparently it did. would have made content, would have made money, making opportunity for everyone involved. Not only that, him blowing off MLC so we could work out the rules in favor of Planet Fitness while constantly threatening lawsuits against Franklin Sheckler, forcing him to retire, has made Ray a total dud to cover. We wish Ray well, but his 15 minutes is officially over, and now he can go back to to complete obscurity. The show is officially defeated. So, unfortunately, yes, there's no more Ray DeVito show. Oh, man, I know. It's one of my favorite shows as well. Oh, Melton is live. I don't know if I feel like sniping it, though, because I got to get out of here. Doodle says, it's no Kumi, it's Cucks. I want to go to Chad from yesterday, Sunday Cucks. Sunday Cucks. Now, I had to rebroadcast this onto my channel. So, the audio is still choppy from Chad. Again, we're going to watch him start to flirt with this Ashley Cummimgs. He's still going to let us know that he is still slaying puss out there. And one of Chad's biggest comebacks as of late is that all the people in this universe are ugly besides him. He's the only good-looking fella in the hack shitverse. And he doubles down on that sentiment when Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid, who just can't help himself but troll, chimes in with a $2 super chat. Chad's going to call him out and really fucking... He's going to fuck him up. He's going to fuck him up by letting Dan know that he's an ugly bastard. Which is debatable, by the way. Which is very debatable. But again, this is coming from a comic, Chad. Like, your first go-to argument shouldn't be that somebody is... first of all, you're a male. You shouldn't be making judgments on other people's looks, whether they're ugly or not. And furthermore, you're a comic. I mean, that's the best you got. He's fucking ugly. Let's watch Sunday Cucks with Chad. Squashed. To be the last thing we do, guys, thank you so much for rocking out here. Like the hit button. Sunday Cucks.
Squashed. I'm over here. Yeah. I thought it was squashed. Squashed.
There's a lot to get through here.
Happy Sunday, all y'all. All y'all. All y'all.
So he goes into an Atlanta Braves chant here. Very interesting.
Is this racist? The tomahawk chop racist?
Mint Diggity says he likes his new thing. He gets more snatch than anyone in the shitverse. Now, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, Mint Diggity, but I mean, I'd beg the differ. Again, if you're out getting punani, you're not going around bragging about how much poon you're getting, how much tail you're getting. You're just getting it, you know? Somebody who's getting it doesn't have to brag about them getting it. So the fact that Chad does leaves me scratching my head and leads me to believe that he probably actually doesn't. It's probably the exact opposite. IMO.
Jason Bentley, is this...
Doodle says, whatever anyone says, Chad's show is silly. See, this isn't even coming from a place of, like, hatred. Like, no, let me rephrase. It does. Sometimes, Doodle, it does. It does. I have to admit, I watch Chad, and I do get physically mad. So maybe that's a me problem. It's just watching a guy say other guys suck, their shows suck, and then watching Chad's show, or lack thereof, it leaves me scratching my head. It really does. It really truly does. Like, Chad's first half hour of this show is Perry Skincare, $100 sponsors, how you could be a sponsor, how you can contribute to the program. There's basically nothing. Like, Chad runs out of steam within the first 25 minutes. And then when he, like, makes a phone call, he's like, see, this is why I'm the best podcaster in the world. Now, again, maybe it's just, one big goof, but I don't know. It's just so, ugh. to me. This is, again, all opinion based here. You don't have to agree. We could agree to disagree. That is fine. I'm not here to convert you one way or the other. Again, I don't usually like to bring up Chad's past. I don't usually like to bring up Chad's past because I feel like that's weak, and a lot of other people do that already. I just like to judge based on what I am watching, and what I am watching sometimes leaves me scratching my hair, my head. Again, this is a guy who I don't know if it's delusion or I don't know if he's being it's one big troll, but he's gonna really sit here and tell us that he has the best show and everyone is biting from him. And it's again, I think Chad is serious. I think he really thinks that people are watching and tuning in and be like, whoa, dude, I want to be like Chad, the Mud Shark Man Zumock. That's what I want to be when I grow up. I want to start a podcast, wear sunglasses just like Chad. I want to hit the air horn 97 times just like Chad. I don't think that's happening. Doodle says it's all a troll. Okay. That's fair. I don't think it is, but fair. All right, let's watch. We might snipe Melton at the end of this. We'll see. I've only done 2.5 hours, but I have a hard out today. Again, we will be transferring back up into the mothership. And we'll be back on live Wednesday. Back from the mothership. All right, Chad Zumock.
This racist. I'm Billy Idol. In the realm of the elves, you got more. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a podcast today because I'm a big loser in the Powerball. I had a whole plan. I was going to move to the Bahamas with Addicted to Profits and die on the beach. But I can't. I got to keep going. I got to keep plugging away. I got to keep podcasting. I got to keep doing stand-up. And this never ends. I'm in my own personal hell covering these losers. Losers. He's a loser. He's a loser.
See, I think he's serious when he said, I'm in my own personal hell having to cover these losers. And it's like, Chad, no one is putting a gun to your head and saying, Chad, if you don't cover these fucking losers, you're going to lose everything you own, everything you have, everything. No one's saying it. You're choosing to... See, and this is what's leading me to believe that Chad doesn't find joy or doesn't find doing his show fun anymore. Because you hear this line from all the time from Chad. I'm in my own hell covering these guys. Well, then don't do it. If I covered people I didn't like to cover and then bitched about it every day, it would be, that's the literal definition of insanity. Continue doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. These guys are going to be the same guys tomorrow as they were yesterday and the day before. Nothing's going to change. So, I mean, you could sit here and say, I'm as miserable as ever, or you could just cover other people. I mean, I don't know. I would start there, though. I would start there. You don't need to cover Rob Saul every day or Karmic X or, whoever else you cover. Carl. You cover other people, man.
So, we're in it together, guys. I love you. I love everybody here today. Let's do it. Let's podcast. Let's have a great show. Programming note, I won't be on. I'm thinking of what do you guys think of this?
All right, Chad has an idea.
Let's talk. I have an idea.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
get to chat in a second.
Oh, boy.
I have an idea. What do you guys think? Aaron Steeltoe is going to be off next week. As we know, he's going on vacation to Florida. I would love to know what part. That'd be amazing if he was in Tampa. Anyways, I was thinking about doing the Steeltoe morning show tomorrow. Not on his channel. I want to do it.
So Chad's idea, he wants to do, while Aaron's away on vacation, by the way, I think he's going to Orlando and Disney World or Universal. Chad wants to do the Steeltoe morning show. basically the same thing as what Aaron does. Do quirky topics, beg for the goal, do 4.5 hours in the morning. That's fine. Do it. I'd say do it. If you have this idea, you think it could be good, then do it. But see, again, Chad isn't confident in it himself, and he needs the audience approval. He needs to put out a poll to do a show, or to buy his Jordans, or to do a troll steel toe show while Aaron's away next week. It's like, bro, just have some conviction and do the fucking thing. If you think it's going to be good, if you think it could be some funny, which I think it can actually. I think it really could honestly be funny. Just do it. Who gives a shit what people think? Just do it. If it falls flat, it falls flat. You tried something new. You can never really hate on somebody for trying something new. You can make fun of it for being shitty, but you can't really hate on it for trying to do something out of the box, you see. Let's keep watching.
His show on my channel, just to fuck with him. And then I want everybody to to contribute the whole time, and just so Aaron could watch it and go crazy.
That's the biggest thing. I want everyone to contribute the entire time.
Is that a good
That's the biggest reason why he wants to do the show. Cha-ching!
idea? If I just do the whole steel toe show, and I'll do like all his dumb topics that he does. I'll cover like Donald Trump or whatever's in the news, Caitlin Clark or whatever. Yes, do it. Umbra Geis, Mendiggity says yes.
Mendiggity.
Chad needs money bad. No, I just want to do it. I think it'd be funny. Fast forward a week, it's the Chad and Aaron show. See, Diablo Sandwich, you guys have been saying that. Like Melton says, I predict he's going to be doing a stream. No. You guys are fucking dumb. Go drink your Kool-Aid.
Go drink your Kool-Aid. I actually have some Kool-Aid. I will be drinking right after the show is over. All right, let's go to, where do I want to go? 1519. Yeah, 1519. Chad peeks at Nick Swartzen. Chad gets an email, and Chad rejects men at 1519. Let's check this shit out. Chadwick.
Guy over here. Representing the Cavs. We're doing it. I just texted Nick Swartzen. I said, if the Minnesota Timberwolves and Cavs go to the finals, I'm getting us tickets. We're going to go all in.
JJG says, Clearwater Chad is 100 times more talented than Section 8 Chad. Jesus. I haven't watched enough of a Clearwater Chad to make a actual decision. I will say, though, I watched, I think, more than I've ever watched a Clearwater Chad this past Saturday on MLC. And Clearwater Chad does have some, I mean, his humor is completely dry, but his timing is impeccable. He's got, I mean, probably the best timing. And I don't even think he's a comedian. I don't even think he means to do it either. I just think he does it. But it's funny and it works somehow.
And he wrote back. This is what he wrote back.
So he's never shies away. Anytime him and Nick Swartzen talk off the show, he's always got to let you know that, see, I actually do talk to Nick Swartzen. He is my friend.
Got a text here. Bill from Jersey says it's a fake. Eva was created today. Okay. Yeah, I know. I was talking with somebody. I think I know who it is.
Gotta love fart noises on podcasts.
I was talking with somebody. I think I know who it is.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
That's ages away and it won't happen. And I wrote back, I'm trying to manifest.
Like Chrissie Mayr.
Cavs, Timberwolves. I like that Anthony Edwards kid, man. He's a solid player. I like him. He keeps it real. He talks shit. He told a fan to suck his dick. I love that. That's fun.
That's fun. That's
cool. He
cool.
told a fan that he's a millionaire and to suck his dick. That's hilarious.
Edgy shit.
All right, I guess we'll start here. I got an email. You can always email
So Chad's
me.
been getting a lot of shit lately. He's been getting a lot of trolls. B Dabbler, stream snipes him. Melton, I'm poking fun at him. His fallout with Kevin. A lot of audience aren't really happy with Chad's lack of commitment to MLC and unwillingness to disavow Shuley. Now, I do think this eventually will happen. I do think if the price is right and Shuley could find a way to stick it to Kevin Brennan, he will use Chad. And Chad, I don't think we'll see it coming. We'll agree. And the rest will be history. I mean, we've seen it before. It'll probably happen again. Even though Chad says it's not going to happen, I guarantee it will happen again. Chad probably said one time in his life he'd probably never steal credit cards or he'd never steal shoplift booze, but those things happen. So again, if the price is right, I guarantee it would happen. If the situation and price is right, I guarantee Chad will be on Shuli. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where, but I do think it will happen eventually. But nevertheless, Chad's been getting he's been getting it from all angles. So he has somebody who emailed him something nice. One person, one email, something nice. And he wants to, I guess this is his way of proving that he's actually doing a good job. Because this guy, whose name's Carl, by the way, is actually going to tell Chad that he actually has been doing a good job. So in your fucking face, haters, in your fucking face, trolls, you see? Carl here, the anonymous Carl, thinks I'm doing good. So, God damn it.
I get emails all the time. I read shit. I'm a reader.
I'm a reader.
Reader's Digest. Chad Zumock at gmail.com. Says, Dear Shark, absolutely love the show today. This is from yesterday. Absolutely love the show today. I have no idea why you get so much hate because of your streams. I think they're entertaining as shit. Melton and his followers are obviously jealous of you.
Yeah.
And Melton knows deep down that he's a nothing. He's nothing but a con man. Keep doing what you're doing and ignore the noise. Carl, not the dork named Carl. Well, I appreciate that, Carl.
Take that,
it's very
haters.
nice to you. Yeah, it's it is what it is. I mean, Melton's been on video saying that he thinks I'm funny. Go back and watch those earlier videos of him. So when he says,
but you're also on video saying Melton is funny too. So, like, there was a time where you would call into Melton's show. I mean, daily. I mean, there was a daily segment. I think Melton made a bumper, made like a little fucking, lower third graphic of Chad, like, now on the phone, Chad the Mud Shark Zumock. Because you would call in every fucking show. You and Melton loved each other for a little bit.
He doesn't think I'm funny. He's lying. He knows. We have it on video. We have the receipts. You just rejected by the Z-Man. That's what I do. I reject men.
I reject men. Bomb sound effect.
They get butthurt and they try to troll. And it's sad. I have ex-girlfriends that I've broken up with, and they don't give a fuck. But these men,
these fucking pesky men,
my friendships with them or whatever, they get hurt, and then they attack me nonstop.
Bomb.
And I feel bad, but listen, I'm man rejecting you. I don't want your friendships. I do want these guys.
No, but you do, because it's not the Melton didn't go to you and then you said fuck you, Melton. Same thing with Carl. There was once upon a time where you tried actively and did successfully get on the WATP program. It wasn't until these men, quote unquote, I mean, that term could be used loosely when referring to the likes of Carl and Melton. It wasn't until these men rejected you. And then you decided to go scorched earth on all of them, or your version of scorched earth. Like, you didn't, draw a line in the sand and, plant your flag and say, this is too far, Spartacus! No. It's not what happened. You tried to get involved with these guys. And did. Had a falling out, and now you're talking shit. Trust me. We have the tapes.
My friends, $100 tier. Shout out to Vinny Cash, who's a $100 sponsor, renewed. Vinny, let me know who you want to sponsor this month, or we'll.
All right, let's go to 19 minutes. This is what you get for $100. Chatting to producer.
Become a $100 sponsor, and you can get perks. Promote whatever you want. Free T-shirt and stickers. Pick the song at the start.
Cool. The last one's my favorite.
Thanks again to Randall. Death Leopard, Rock of Ages was his song. shout-outs, VI response in the chat, and bragging that you're not poor, which
So VIP, I don't even know what that means. If you can get VIP responses in the chat if you're a $100 sponsor. So I guess if you're a $100 sponsor, like, and if you're chatting in the chat room, chat has to read all of your chats. Bragging you're not poor. I mean, I guess. Shout outs. That's cool. For $100, you get shout outs, bragging you're not poor, VIP responses in chat. Pick the song at the start of the show. Free t-shirt and stickers. And promote what you want. I mean, that's a fucking bargain, dude. For real. Where do I sign? I would love to be able to pick the song at the start of the Kumias Cucks and get a free sticker to say I was here. Seriously, hell of a bargain for
which
$100.
is always the thing to do. So there you enough. I need a producer.
Now, Chad's been saying he's needed a producer for 3 years. Will Chad ever pull the trigger on a producer? Is the question. I'd venture to guess the answer would be no. 2339, Chad's getting back into shoes again due to his lack of hobbies. Chad responds to the Jordan poll. Okay. So this is going to be a big thing on this episode. Chad's bragging about his Jordans that he's about to buy. He's going to brag about them multiple times here on this episode. He's, again, so much so he created a poll on Twitter. And he couldn't decide what Jordans to buy. He needed the audience to decide. Chad is a very indecisive creature. He can't make decisions on his own. He needs others to make decisions for him. Mind you, it's a 50-year-old guy. Again, I always question, like, how do these people, like, make it this far in life? Like, just pick fucking, I mean, I don't know. What's your favorite color? Pick those. Furthermore, you're 50. What are you doing buying Jordans? Are you hooping? Are you playing basketball anytime soon? We all saw the Ray DeVito basketball game 1-on-1 is canceled. So you're not hooping anytime soon. What are you doing wearing Jordans? Buy yourself a pair of New Balances. Thank me later. Trust me. Like, who you been trying to impress? Like, guys like Chris D'Elia wear Jordans still. And I guess that's what Chad tries to be, a guy like Chris D'Elia. He always vouches for Chris D'Elia, even though Chris D'Elia has done some of the most heinous shit. Let's see, though. Chad's bragging about his Jordans.
I don't need a $700. No one needs a $700 jacket. I got
Jeez.
2 fucking cool-ass jackets for less than $75 that I've been wearing. That's all you need. And a lot of people are like, oh, what about those Jordans you were talking about? Yeah, I like Jordans. Those are my favorite Jordans. I'm getting back into shoes again. I don't have very many hobbies. I go to the gym. I like to watch movies.
Those are his hobbies. Oh, when I was watching this, I actually felt so bad. He's like, I don't have that many hobbies. I go to the gym. I watch movies. That's it, actually. I don't do much else.
Very many hobbies.
I did feel bad.
I like to watch movies. You know?
You podcast. You eat healthy. You're clean living. You do more, Chad. You do polls on Twitter. Like, comedy? I mean, what? There's a lot more, man. You're doing it. You're the guy who's doing it. I seriously, I felt bad. I go to the gym and watch movies at the gym. And then when I'm done there, I go home and watch. Oh, man. Well, that's so sad.
Go to the gym. I like to watch movies. You know? So I like shoes. I'm a shoe guy. So I've been kind of getting back into sneakers. And people are like, you're too old.
Yeah, it is the Tukey voice. Damn it, you're not supposed to say anything. I didn't think anyone would catch on to that.
Am I? I didn't realize I had to act a certain way. I didn't realize I had to act like how you tell me to act. Like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's the beauty of my life. It's designed to do whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want. I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. And I can
Basically, the lyrics to Eminem's "The Way I Am" is what he's reciting right now.
wear whatever I want. You can't define me. Age doesn't define me. Okay? And I've narrowed it down. This is what I've done. I put a poll up because I'm on the fence. I want to buy these shoes.
It's Jordan
and I figured
time.
out the ones I'm going to buy. And here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! I'm getting the
Why do we need the air horn after the shoe you decided to buy? Guys, these are my shoes. Aren't they cool? Like what? What was...
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! I'm getting the ones with the red bottoms. I already had the blue ones. They're very nice, but I already had those. So I'm good. I'm getting these. That's my next purchase. So I'll be buying those very soon.
It's my next purchase.
Speaking of tomorrow, join me, ladies and gentlemen, Cinco de Mayo.
Is that it with this clip?
We're gonna be
My
at
next
Off the Hook
purchase.
Comedy
My next purchase is going to be a
May
slice
5th,
of pizza.
7
Should I
o'clock.
bring that up on my show and hit the air horn?
Join me for comedy.
Guys,
fun,
my
drink
next purchase.
specials.
My picture.
Deb from Nice Podcast Stupid will be there. He's very excited.
All right, so I think that's it. 3610 Dan. Okay, so this was speaking about Dan from Nice Podcast. Stupid. 3610 Dan chimes in because he lives for this shit. He loves to troll. And asks a basic question. Hey, Chad, because remember, Chad, last time we were on the show last week, Chad says, guys, I'm 50 and I'm slaying the puss. So Dan asks, hey, Chad, when was your last girlfriend? Just curious. This sends Chad into a fucking frenzy. Let's watch.
Nice Podcast Stupid. It's Dan. And guess what? Dan's trolling. Again. He can't help himself. He can't help himself. He lives for trolling. He needs it. It fuels him. Dan.
Quick, think of something.
Dan, you realize you're a very ugly dude.
Wow, burn! Sick fucking burn. I know when people put in my chat, dude, like, you're fucking stupid, man. Like, when's the last time you even had a... Whatever they say. I don't even know what they say. Whatever the people put in my chat, I always pull their name up and go, you do understand. I'm just using you as an example. Bob Bank, you do understand you're a very ugly guy. You're a very hideous looking creature. That's actually my main comeback.
Dan, you realize...
Look, it took him fucking 5 minutes to... Not 5 minutes. I mean, I'm exaggerating here, but it took him like 37 seconds to like retort. And the comeback that he used was, you're fucking ugly, dude. You're just fucking stupidly ugly.
Dan.
Think sharp, think.
Dan, you realize you're a very ugly dude.
And you think Dan, like after the chat said that, was like, holy shit. Holy fuck. I'm ugly? You say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Me? This entire time I've been going through life as if I'm a handsome chap. I'm just now finding out over $2 from Chad, the Z-Man Mudshark Zumock, that I'm fucking hideous. Will spank my ass and call me Sally. Fuck. You think Dan like went to like a mental collapse and spiral after this?
Right? You're just an ugly...
By the way, probably not. And he doubles down. Chad doubles down and says, you're just an ugly fucking creature.
Realize you're a very ugly dude. Right? You're just an ugly guy. I am the opposite of you. I'm talented. I'm funny. I'm good looking. I'm willing to bet any amount of money, Dan.
Yeah, and this is a quote from Chad. NJ Ranger puts in for $1.99. Says, why do these men care about guys' looks? But then meanwhile, again, that's his main comeback is these guys are just fucking ugly. Dan from Nice Podcast, stupid, hideous, ugly. Chad is on record stating that, why would you, like, when Melton zooms into his face, what's Melton gay? He's always obsessed with my looks. Meanwhile, I mean, Chad's main comeback is...
I am the opposite of you. I'm talented.
What is that?
Right? Dan, you realize you're a very ugly dude, right? You're just an ugly guy. I am the opposite of you. I'm talented. I'm funny. I'm good looking. I'm willing to bet any amount of money.
Listen to this.
Dan.
You're going to fucking lose your heads.
Any amount.
No, Chad, don't do it. Don't do it,
I don't know
Chad.
how we can prove it.
Don't do it.
I guarantee you.
Don't.
I've been with more women than you've ever been.
Oh my God! He went there, folks. He went there. Dan, I guarantee we could bet your fucking life savings on it that I've gotten more women in my day than you. It's like, oh, what? How would you even prove that? Furthermore, what a ridiculous fucking thing to say to somebody. You're ugly and I've been with more women than you. Again, a guy who's like slaying puss, who's like really like a puss slayer, trust me, ain't bragging about how many women they've been with on podcasts for 377 people. It just ain't happening. It just ain't happening. I don't know, you ever hear Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio ever brag about how much puss they were slaying? No, they just go out and slay. They just go out and slay. It's that simple. It is quite literally that simple. Whatever you do, if you're good at that thing, you don't brag about it. You just do it. You just do it. A real dickhead brags about what they're good at. And that makes them cocky. Nobody likes a cocky, arrogant fuck. I can't believe he said this. My head almost exploded.
Any amount. You name the price. I don't know how we can prove it, but I guarantee you I've been with more women than you've ever been with. Okay, Dan?
Take that, Dan.
Let's just put it that way.
Let's just put it that way.
I don't bring my personal life out.
God.
I don't talk about who I'm with, because you're a dummy for putting your wife out there like an idiot. Only dummies do that. Dummies put their wives out there. Dummies, dumb people. Okay? If I'm in a relationship with somebody, they will not be talked about. Okay? You saw what happened, a year and a half ago with the girl I was talking to, the teacher? How you guys tried to dox her? How you tried to fuck her job up? So, Dan, take your $2, go elsewhere, okay? We're good. We're good. Frank married Pat Dixon's ex, Chrissie.
Chad's going to be very edgy here. He's going to step into the role of a shock jock in T-minus 5 seconds.
And then Frank had a kid with her.
So this is a new thing Chad is starting to do, to try to show that he doesn't care. He's edgy, he's shocking, he's just belching into the mic now. This is a new thing he's doing. Over the last couple of episodes, I mean, he's burping nonstop. It's kind of scary.
And then Frank had a kid with her.
All right, let's go to 103.00, and we'll show you Chad's second burp. This is why I clip shows for people's weird, random, shocking burps.
But a special person might be stopping by. Might be. Don't buy your tickets just on that, because I don't want to be held accountable if this person does not come. Excuse me. But I'm a
That's edgy.
Shock jock. I burp and not come. Excuse me. But I'm a shock jock. I burp into the mic.
That is what shock jocks do, by the way. All right, let's keep it moving. 106.35. This is where Chad is going to get very excited. So he's going to call Whitney Cummings' sister live on the show because the show is coming to Bit of a standstill. Chad's running out of material, running out of steam a bit. And he's like, all right, what can I do, Shark? What can I do? Think. Whatever he said, these people are ugly, they're stupid, they're not good. And I get more applause. Okay, what's next on my Rolodex of bits? Got it. Phone call time. The other day, he called Jim Florentine. Today, he's calling Ashley Cummimgs. Ashley Cummimgs, the sister of Whitney Cummings. My question is, what is the sister of Whitney Cummings doing watching these shows? I mean, she's like literally in Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid's chat rooms and Dr. Chow and Lil Mir Musk's chat rooms. This bitch is cuckoo. This bitch is crazy. She's psychotic. She's fucking nuts. There should be no reason why Whitney Cummings' sister is watching any of this nonsense. Like, she should be out on, like, Rodeo Drive, shopping at fucking Prada. She shouldn't be watching, the Shuley Network, Stuttering John burps, or Chad Zumock's call to action about how he gets more pussy and is better looking than the rest of the people in the Hackverse. Mint Diggity says she has good taste. I beg to differ. I really do. What's she doing? Sticking her nose around these parts. Unless she's like, here on some sort of psyop, and she's trying to like gather information from all these people, which will be used against us at a later date. I mean, I don't know. It's somebody needs to ask the question, man. Jay says, the great Dr. Chow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to put some respect on that name. Not Whitney Ashley. Wait, what did I say? Sorry, wrong whore? Did I say it wrong or did you say it wrong? Push. 5K says her sister is semi-famous, not her. Well, I mean, she's still, there's still some weight to be thrown around. I mean, you're Whitney Cummings' sister. You're basically like almost the top female comedian's sister. Like that, you do have some weight to throw around. But anyway, it's not about Ashley Cummings. Just, what it is about Ashley Cummings, it's not about Whitney Cummings. It is about Ashley in the sense of, why is she here? How did she get here? I need to know more of who she is and where she came from. So I'll be doing an extensive research the next couple of weeks to figuring out who this person is. But until then, Chad is going to call Ashley, and he gets very excited. Now, again, this call lasted about 40 minutes. And furthermore, it stopped becoming like a call, like a segment of like Chad, like, interviewing Ashley. And it became more of like a flirtatious sort of thing. And Chad started to get excited when Ashley says, well, he could actually, if Chad's ever out in the greater LA area, he could come and stay with her on her couch. This made Chad light up from ear to fucking ear. Watch this.
I think it's 20 minutes outside of Minneapolis. I don't know. I should come out there. I should come back out to LA.
Yeah, you can stay at my place. It's a 1-bedroom. I have a couch. You're welcome.
Look how excited. Now, does this does this look like the face of a guy who slays puss?
Should come back out to LA.
Yeah, you can stay at my place. It's a 1-bedroom. I have a couch. You're welcome to stay at my place, but you should totally come out.
I mean, he's what do they call it? Gooning? He's basically gooning.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's using this like excited voice here. I mean, Chad is really excited to be possibly going back out there. He's going to be so excited. He's actually going to be he's going to contemplate leaving Florida to move back to LA, a place where he swore he'd never go back to.
Welcome to stay at my place, but you should totally come out here.
Sure.
Doodle says I've never seen her, Doodle. She is an attractive lady. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, no, I do want to go out there because I haven't been out there in a long time, and I got a lot of friends, and I feel
it's safe. I mean, the fires were intense. You feel like what?
I feel like leaving leaving LA, I was a completely different person than I am now. I was so depressed.
What year did?
There's nothing that make women wetter than talking about your past depression. If you want to get into a chick's pants, just bring up your past depression and worst fears. That'll surely score you into the bed quicker than you could say the words ugly.
Than than I am now. I was so depressed.
What year did you leave LA?
COVID lockdown, like right when it all shut down. I was like, I'm out of here.
The 2020-ish.
I made the decision to leave, like LeBron. I made the decision as the mud shark. Or did you couldn't find work anymore? Was that it? 11047, Chad doesn't know what his show is about. So Ashley's going to ask the question, and so what's your show about today, Chad? I just kind of, stumbled upon it. I was out doing Ashley Cummimgs things. I was shopping. Happened to look down on the YouTube, and I saw the mud shark was on. What's your show about today? Listen to Chad's answer. Chad don't even know.
I wanted to ask you what you're doing. Like, I just picked up.
Oh, Jay says he should tell her about his next purchase. He does. He does. Don't spoil it.
My phone and tell you were live, but I wanted to know, like, what are you up? Like, what is your show about today? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Beats the fuck out of me. I'm covering guys that I claim to be the biggest ugly losers that make me live in my own personal hell. That's help. Do you have any ideas? What should Hey, Ash, can I pose a poll for you? Go on my Twitter and vote on the poll of what I should do next.
Are you up? Like, what is your show about today? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I
use all these sounds.
I just do it. I just do it. I have a rundown, but I don't really stick to the plan. This wasn't part of the plan. It didn't say call Ashley Cummimgs.
This is all improv right here.
Obviously, you're just doing an organic thing. You said you were going to Naples.
I'll be in Naples tomorrow. Thank you for the setup there.
All right, so Chad has no clue what he's doing. He doesn't know what or how or where to manage a podcast. He just kind of. Again, if there was no Reddit, if there was no Stalin 19 or My Lost Interests or any of these people, I'm telling you, you think I'm crazy. And look, you might like Chad, that's fine. But there would be no... Sit down, Zumock, Kumi's Cucks. I mean, he would go from doing 7 shows a week to doing maybe 2. You think Chad's going to sit down and watch everything all day long, make notes and clip? No, he wouldn't. All right, so let's go to 125.33. Chad starts fanning himself. Chad goes into flirt mode. Chad finds out Jules from Redbar likes him, then says the Redbar tagline. Chad announced he's moving back to L.A. at 125.33. I thought this was pretty cute from Chad. We're going to start off by him fanning himself. He's getting too hot. All this flirting's got him hot under the collar. Let's watch.
We love it. Don't ever stop and only just listen to us. So it's like, thank you. So yeah, now I've upgraded it a bit. Like I found out about OBS. So
you
fun.
can get super tips now from Melton.
I beg your pardon?
You can get super tips from Melton now if you're on OBS.
He's fanning himself off.
Just kidding.
What does that mean? Super tip.
Let's keep it that way. Trust me. You don't want Melton giving you. Melton's going to take your information. You don't want that.
Too many people are taking data these days. No, I do not want that.
Too many people are taking data. Yes.
Again, no, she could hear that, mind you. And I don't think Chad knows that. Otherwise, I think he would have laid off the air horn. I would hope so anyway. But throughout this whole call, go back and watch the entire segment yourself. I mean, we don't have it all clipped, but he's hitting the air horn, the whiplash. He's playing sound drops. It's like. Meanwhile, Ashley Cummimgs is on the other side of it, like having to hear the air horn, like up close and personal while she's on the phone.
Taking data, yes.
I want to say I'm really proud of you. Like, I think we spoke on Friday, and you've done 2.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. Somebody's likey. Chad and Ashley sitting in a tree. KISSING.
And every time I'm like checking out YouTube, you're doing a live. You're really working, and I'm really proud of you. And
I would hug you if you were here.
I'd hug you if you were here. She said she didn't say like Chad, like you're fucking drop dead gorgeous. I can't wait to like rub my. I miss you, right? That would constitute a hug. She just says I'm proud of you. You're live every day. Chad's like, oh, I'd hug you if you were here. Chad's getting horned up. Now, mind you, this is a guy who slays the puss, right? He's getting horned up over talking to this chick. And her telling him she's proud.
Working, and I'm really proud of you. And
I would hug you if you
I
were
have
here.
I have a lot of good feelings about what's happening with you now and your future. Okay,
Really?
what'd you say?
Okay, so this bitch is obviously off her fucking rocker. She has good feelings about what's happening with Chad in and around his future.
I appreciate that. Any positive push? You got it. No, I appreciate it, and sincerely, I'm trying to do the right
And
thing.
the noises are fun.
Some people hate them.
You got it.
Some people hate
Well,
them.
Mike uses a lot of noises
Mike.
on Redbar, you know.
Mike Redbar uses a lot of voices. He does, and he uses one sound effect, and that's the bomb that Chad actually stole. Redbar used to use a lot of sound drops, but he can now only be bothered with, well, it's either the bomb or like maybe every 4 hours out of his 13-hour show, he uses the firecracker sound drop.
It keeps it fun.
Yeah, me too.
You got it. I don't know why you have a huge soundboard for 2 sound drops, by the way.
It
You
keeps
like
moving.
Redbar, right?
You like Redbar, right? Listen to Chad's answer.
Yeah, I like him. I don't have a problem with Redbar. He's fine. He's
Jules likes you. I know Jules, his wife likes you.
Yeah.
Chad is literally about to shoot through the fucking ceiling with excitement. 2 chicks like him in one day. And he got an email earlier from Carl saying the show was great. I mean, Chad, seriously, might as well be making fucking weight under that desk.
He's,
Jules likes you. I know Jules, his wife likes you.
Yay! Hi, Jules. Hi, Jules. No, I like no. Redbar obviously has been around for a long time, and you can see a lot of people bid off of him. Looks like Patrick Melton. They totally like.
Actually, can you say Redbar is watching?
Don't do it, Chad. Don't do it, Chad, please. For the love of God. I mean, just don't go full simp mode. Don't do what, I mean, just because a chick asks you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. Play a little hard to get. You're going to do it, aren't you? You're going to fucking do it.
Looks like Patrick Melton. They totally like.
Actually,
Mike D says he's standing up for an award. I mean, that's what it seems like, right?
Yay!
This is the Mud Shark, by the way. Kim Nicholson says now she's lying.
Hey, hi, Jules. Hi, Jules. No, I like no. Redbar obviously has been around for a long.
I will Google it. Who's that? Pad GK0234 says Ashley Cummimgs is not attractive. Just Google it. We will.
Time, and you can see a lot of people bid off.
I'll Google
of him.
it right
Looks like
now.
Patrick Melton. They totally like.
Actually, can you say Redbar is watching?
Redbar's watching.
Thank you. I think that's what. So if you can just say Redbar is watching, then that makes a Redbar in the wild, and it's really cool. He'll be really grateful.
I'm moving back to LA. This Florida experiment is over. I'm going back home, baby.
I was wondering.
Chad is now. That's all it takes to get Chad to move across the country. Just be a chick, and that's it. You can get Chad to do anything. Chad is now going to, abandon post here in Florida, the great state of Florida, and go move to fucking L.A., a place he swore he'd never go back because the last time he was there, Brody Stevens had fucking killed himself, and he was never so depressed in his life. Is this Ashley Cummimgs right here? This is what I Googled. Hold on here. Let's give it a side by side here. This is her? She kind of looks like, what's that chick's name? Emma Watson, maybe? I mean, she's not hideous. If that's her, I don't even know if that's her. I don't even know if that's her. Nor do I care. But let's get back in the chat here. Check this out.
It is over. I'm going back home, baby.
I was wondering. You're also on the east. You're on the east coast, the west coast of Florida, correct?
Everyone's saying no. Okay. So nice. There's a nice podcast, dude. Dan from Nice Pod. Hey, Dan. Don. Just know, Don, I didn't know if you knew this before, but I'll reinforce it here, Don. You're fucking ugly. Fucking Don and his ugliness. Beat it! Fucking ugly fucking sack of shit. You ugly sad sack. Noga says, Chad is such a virgin. TJ says, going back to Cali. Nah, I don't think so. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Ashley in this phone call said you could stay on my couch for free. Pretty much, you know, just right off the coattails is me and my sis. And, you know, the comedy's good out here. The scene's fucking moving forward without Joe Rogan. Come on, Chad. Come start a life out here with me, Ashley Cummimgs.
Excuse me, you're on the East Coast, the West Coast of Florida, correct?
Yes. Yeah, Tampa's on the West Coast.
So that's very different. Yeah, you should come out here. I feel like it's a time. I have a couch. I feel like it's a time where there's a lot of things like kind of shifting and changing, and it could be fun. Or you could at least stay on my couch for a little while and feel it out.
I'm going to move on you. Wait, I can stay on your couch and feel it.
What did he just? I'm going to move on you. Chad is getting, look, I'm telling you, it's flirting, nervous energy, nervous virgin energy. You're not wrong.
Could at least stay on my couch for a little.
Kay says she was on an episode of, I know, but how? Why? That's my question, KB. Why? What is the Ashley Cummimgs, sister of Whitney Cummings, doing on the Ray DeVito show? A show that's no more, by the way.
For a little while and feel it out.
I'm going to move on you. Wait.
And he realized what he just said. He's speaking his thoughts out loud. I'm going to move on you. I'm going to rub my body on your... But wait. Am I saying this out loud? No, Chad. Fuck. Yeah, we could hear your thoughts.
It could be fun. Or you could at least stay on my couch for a little while and feel it out.
I'm going to move on you. Wait, I can stay on your couch and feel it out?
Not feel me out. You can feel out the body.
All right, Jay, this is for you, man. Check this out. So if you didn't think it's been bad up until this point, Chad's going to do a little bit more bragging about them Jordans.
Things to get
and I
to.
feel like you need to do something for yourself, Chad. I feel like you need to eat and chill and maybe watch a show.
I did.
You've been working hard this weekend.
I'm going to buy a pair of these Jordans for myself.
No.
Oh,
I did.
You've been working hard this weekend.
I'm going to buy a pair of these Jordans for myself tomorrow.
Again, nothing gets a chick wetter than bragging about the Jordans you're about to purchase. Trust me, go try it. Go up to any chick and just tell them, I'm buying a pair of Jordans tomorrow.
Working hard this weekend.
I'm going to buy a pair of these Jordans for myself.
The purchase.
Tomorrow. Or maybe today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to buy those. I like.
She's like, oh, nice.
These are really cool.
These are really cool Jordans.
What are they? Like, what kind of Jordans are they?
The Jordan 11's my favorite.
Why do you say that like a little child? Oh, the Jordan's 11, my favorite.
What are they? Like, what kind of Jordans are they?
FK says this is a big event in his life. This is actually like, yeah, Chad, this is like a normal adult buying a house or buying like a car, you know? That is the equivalent of Chad Zumock buying a pair of Jordans. I mean, when I heard this, I almost fucking spit my drink out. I really did. I'm like, why? Why are you bragging about buying Jordans, man, to a chick?
Jordans for myself tomorrow. Or
I don't know,
today.
KB, is this what you like to hear from a guy? Is this what turns you on? There are Jordan purchases?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to buy those. I like these a lot.
NJ Ranch says, King Ray, yeah, this is what Ray would do. Ray DeVito brags about buying Jordans.
These are really cool.
Chad's like, Ray sucks. And he's like the opposite of me. I'm actually superior than Ray. I'm the superior Cleveland comic. Ray's always bragging about buying, oh, hey, punks, look at my Jordans. Meanwhile, you tune in the chat and this is what he's doing.
Or maybe today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to buy those. I like these a lot. These are really cool.
What are they? Like, what kind of Jordans are they?
The Jordan 11's my favorite. I wore them. I love them.
All right. What color?
I'm going to get them with the red bottoms. I had the blue bottoms. They were stoked.
Doodle says he's not hitting on her. Come on.
Lynn. So I'm gonna.
Someone stole your blue bottom?
They did. They did. I'm not happy about it, but you know what? Things happen, shit happens, people evolve, people move on, and that's what it is. But I'll do something nice for myself. Treat myself, right?
The red bottoms are meant to be. It reminds me of that Cardi B song, like those red bottoms. You'll have those red bottoms.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna pretend like I know what Cardi B's catalog is, and I'm like, yeah, just like that, for sure.
Okay, I'll send you the song. It was so nice to talk to you. I hope you have an amazing afternoon.
You as well.
We'll touch base this week.
God bless you. Put out your plugs one more time before we get you out of here.
Thank you, my love. Ash at patreon.com/Ashley Cummimgs. And then my YouTube
I'm telling you for a fact he's hitting on her, Doodle. For a fact. Obviously, he would not admit that, but I'm telling you he is. I mean, go back and watch the whole thing. I'm only pulling like the most embarrassing parts. Go back and watch it all, how it starts to how it ends, and how giddy he gets. I mean, look, you think he might be joking about, oh, he's going to move from Florida. I guarantee he's like, after this show, he probably thought, what would my life be like if I moved back to LA? You know, there's Ashley out there. I got a couple friends out there. He says, I don't know who these friends are, but he's got a couple friends out there. Ashley Cummimgs, sister of Whitney Cummings. Whitney, a big time comic out in LA. Maybe I could start being, Whitney Cummings' is opener. I guarantee if Ash, I can't even split the two apart, but if Ashley wanted to pursue Chad would be fucking all in and move out of Tampa Bay tomorrow and be on the first flight out to LA. That's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. I mean, he's like already like hinting toward it now. I'm picking this up as flirtatious energy. That's just me. All right, one more here. 15107. Chad's into. This was funny too. So mind you, red bottoms. Just remember that, red bottoms. Red bottoms. Right?
779642. Do it.
Stella B says, learn Chad's into red bottoms.
Learn Chad's into red buttons. Learn Chad's into red buttons. I am.
FK, he called her.
I love red buttons. Learn Chad's into red buttons. I am. I love red buttons.
Chad loves red buttons. Not only does he like red bottoms, but he loves red buttons.
Learn Chad's into red buttons. I am. I love red buttons.
I love red buttons, and so do I. And I think that's a great place to put a pin in it here today. Red button energy. Yes. Thank you so very much. You've been far too kind. And I appreciate everyone's patience putting up with the past, what's it been, 10 or so episodes here at Studio K. So thank you for that. Round of applause for yourselves. We appreciate that. And again, return to the mothership Wednesday. So you're going to want to tune in, and we'll figure out what we're going to do and where we're going to be as far as restreaming and rebroadcasting Hackamania. But you guys have been great. Thank you so much. If the stream was any bit off today, just know it won't be the end of this week. So thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great Cinco de Mayo. We've covered a lot here today. Had to be somewhat, we still have the 3.5 hours. Have a great Cinco de Mayo. Get fucking blitz. Get drunk. Today's a time to celebrate alcohol and Mexican culture. So go eat a churro or a burrito or a quesadilla or a taco or Mexican street corn. Have some margaritas. Just, have yourself fun. Don't have too much fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, or don't do anything I would do. Just kind of coast on by. Big interview tonight. If you guys are into this Karmic X, he will be on Steel Toe later tonight. I'll definitely be tuning in. And if it's cover worthy, we'll cover it on the next show. I do appreciate that. Again, get well soon _ Mersh. We do wish you the best. We do wish you the best. And, you know, I guess the next Redbar show would be in about 13 weeks. So if you're looking out for that, don't hold your fucking breath. Chad Zumock's going to be moving back to LA to go reconvene with Ashley Cummimgs and do stand-up comedy back into the place where he hated the most. And who knows? He might be the new owner of a Jordan Red Bottoms. Shout out to Chad. Really crushing it. Bragging to chicks about his red bottoms. How insane. How fucking insane. But thank you. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for your patience. We'll be back in full form on Wednesday. It's been a blast. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or would do. Did I say that already? I don't know. I might have. Well, you know what to do. Stay black, my friends. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Stay safe. We'll see you on next time.